Hey everybody, welcome to Culturally Canceled. This episode with me, myself, Russell Peters. Joining me today is a guy I just met. This is the first time I've ever had a guest on that I just met for the first time. Usually it's people I know and we hang out, but I met him only for a couple minutes, but he blended right in and fit right in. It wasn't like, oh, this is going to be weird. It's already feels normal and natural to me, so I'm quite happy with it. My new friend, Chris Medina's here. He's a psychic, but some of you may have already known that. Never mind that. Sitting in with me today, he just happened to show up right as we were about to start recording, and he was talking. I said, why don't you just sit in with us? And a returning friend, brother, guest, Mr. Nick Turturro, sitting in with us today. He's not holding the mic anywhere near his face, so he can't answer me and say, hey.
I can.
There you go. There he is.
I'm here.
And then my life partner, the woman of my dreams, my heart, my soul, Miss Allie Peters is here tonight.
What an intro.
Thank you. I brought Allie in today because Chris is a psychic, and Allie's all up in that world, like with the spirits and all that weird.
The mystic side
as
of
I
stuff.
call it, the weird shit. Don't take it personal. I'm an atheist, and I'm kind of just a doubting Thomas with everything. So
Good. I love the Doubting Thomases.
yeah,
for sure. Yeah.
I'm probably your favorites. So, and speaking of Thomas, Nick Turturro's because his middle name's Thomas. Funny enough. All right, let's. And so, Chris, you're from where? You're from the Valley, right?
I'm from Simi Valley.
Yeah,
Simi Valley.
What are you? You're what's your mix?
My dad is Apache Indian and my mom's Mexican and Spanish.
What is it? Mexican and Spanish?
The same thing,
Same
pretty
thing?
much. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a Patchy Indian if I don't put enough sunscreen on. No? Or at least a blotchy Indian. Am I right, guys?
But yeah, that's me. Yeah, Apache Indian.
Some
Apache.
Italians are Apache too.
Who?
They're Italian Apaches too.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that was Fort Apache, the Bronx.
No, that's no, because I know that, like I have some Apache in me because of the cheekbones and
Yeah, we got around. We got
Italian
around.
Indians.
Yeah.
They're cool. Yeah.
Well, there's really only one Indian that's called
Well, I
what
mean,
it
that's
is.
a real Indian. I'm not talking about that kind of Indian.
I mean, they were only called Indians because they were looking for us when they found them. That's the real reason.
that what
You know
happened?
that, right?
I think
you guys
so,
weren't
yeah.
Indians before Christopher
No,
Columbus
yeah,
said.
before, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They were just like, we're Apache. What the fuck is an Indian?
Yeah, what's an Indian? Exactly.
And we were like, what the fuck is an Apache? So,
There's only one Indian.
your
here.
chocolate's in my peanut butter. Your peanut butter is in my chocolate. Two great tastes at once. Two great tastes at once.
See how he works it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how the show goes.
But yeah, thank you for having me on. Seriously.
Hey, you look very young, Chris. How old are you?
I'm old. I'm 45.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Got 2 kids. I got a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like Stevie Wonder jerking off. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, for sure. Neither did my dad. Yeah. But yeah, 45 years old, born and raised in LA, Simi
You don't
Valley.
look it, man.
I thought you were like 30 or 28 or something.
I love it. That's why I did this podcast. I knew you were going to
Damn.
give me the good
too.
stuff.
Yeah,
Around
yeah,
the same, like,
yeah, he looks young.
Yeah.
Wow. Must be that native blood.
Yeah.
Could be the Mexican side,
Or the
Eddie. I don't
psychic
know.
shit, you know?
Psychic shit.
Yeah, the psychic shit. Yeah.
Could be all the psychic shit. You knew what to take before you needed to take it.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I don't take this cream on this day, I will age horribly.
Or dip into my, what is it? The babies now. We're taking the placenta from the babies and we're making ourselves younger. So
That's what they say,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I'm part of that Illuminati crowd, so we
Yeah.
got it going on. Yeah.
You didn't do that. You actually had 3 kids, but you ate one for the blood.
Exactly. I sacrificed one of those fuckers. Yeah.
Wow.
Allie's got 2 kids, 29 and 27.
Yes.
God damn.
You wouldn't think that just looking at her.
I know.
It's our
because she-
beautiful dark skin.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just got back from Hawaii.
Good for you.
yeah.
You look
Filipino
good.
women have beautiful skin. I know because my wife is Filipino, so it's just like butter.
It is very soft.
I know.
It's crazy soft. Like I'll sometimes just rub her like she's a pet.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll be in bed and I'll just be like, so soft.
I mean, my skin ain't bad, but I'm like jealous. I'm like, man, that skin is nice.
My skin's horrible. It's fucking.
You don't moisturize?
No, I do, but it's stubbly and fat. It's just no good.
It's a man skin.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, my skin
somebody
probably
has to.
exfoliates her skin. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She doesn't even have sex with me to have sex. She does it because she's just trying to exfoliate.
Here we go. Yeah.
My thighs are chafing. Honey.
I need your chin.
Chin.
So how long have you guys been together? A year. A year. Congratulations.
A year now.
Yeah.
But it's been a wonderful year.
I bet.
I've never been able to say that with any woman in my life.
Good for you. It's time.
I can be
to-
like, it's been a year, it's been a trip. Well, that's like, wow, fuck, a year already? That's crazy.
Where'd
That's
the time
awesome.
go? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah.
I went age appropriate this time. She's 96 years old, and
Oh, the best part of dating a comedian, huh?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
She gets the best and the worst of it.
Yeah.
One night we were going to bed, right? And I know you smoke weed. Mm-hmm. You want to say that? And you can take it out if you don't like it.
Everybody knows. Yeah.
But I don't smoke weed. But I have a vape pen beside the bed with the sleep weed in it, right? Mm-hmm. So I took a hit of it. I'm supposed to take 2 hits. I took the 2 hits, but I didn't see anything come out of my mouth. Ayo. And I was like, oh, I don't think it worked. So
That happened with me and meth one time too.
Right,
I didn't think
yeah,
it was
yeah.
going to hit it. I was like, fuck, what happened? I was up for 3 days.
Yeah. And that was just yesterday.
You keep asking if I want drinks. I'm coming down. Yeah.
I know this guy's got a lot of jokes.
So I hit it again, like 3 more times, because I was like, she starts having some serious conversation with me, and it kicks in, and I just start giggling, and I'm like, I start like laughing. I uncontrollably. I couldn't stop laughing. And then she starts hitting me. She's like, stop fucking laughing at me. I'm just trying to tell you something serious. I'm like, I'm not laughing at you. I just can't stop fucking laughing. And she's hitting me and yelling at me, and then I just pass out. I go to sleep. And then I wake up laughing 2 minutes later again, and then I go back to sleep.
Jeez. That's only at night?
Yeah,
You don't smoke during the day?
because it's to get me to sleep. It was just to take the knock
The
you
edge
out.
off. Yeah.
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 I did not hit him for the record.
Did you smoke
You did.
weed?
You pounded me on my chest, you son of a bitch. And then,
She was trying to show you what ring she wanted, what house she wanted. You were laughing at her the whole
oh
time.
yeah, she didn't even have the ring yet.
Do you smoke weed?
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Just drink? That's it?
Once in a while,
Once in a
yeah.
while.
She's not a
She's
big.
high on life. Yeah.
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 She's not much of a drinker or a smoker. I'm not a smoker. I just smoke cigars, and I'll drink now and then.
Oh, I have to smoke weed.
Yeah.
I smoke weed. Well, I'm gonna try to stop after maybe going into Leo season. I try to manipulate myself and say that I'm gonna come out swinging with pride and ego during Leo season.
Are
And
you
then
a Leo?
No, I'm a Taurus. But I want to get off the weed because I smoke so much of it. And I have to because I have to disconnect at night. I know that sounds like a cop-out.
No,
but
I get it.
No.
It's bullshit. I mean, I can't. I won't go to bed till what, 3, 4 in the morning? Only to be back
Are you
up
there
around
with
9.
them? Oh.
Yeah. No, we live in the same house.
Oh, okay. I was
But
gonna say, hey man, you want to go to sleep now?
But yeah, that's it. That's what I take it for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard, especially if you have stuff
Mic to
coming
your
at
mouth,
you.
babe. Babe, pretend it's my dick. Keep the mic close to your mouth. Thank you.
You have a blanket.
She's gonna find it. Yeah.
Put the blanket over your head.
Important thing to
Let me hold
say.
it correctly.
2 hands. 2 hands. Thank you.
Jeez.
Tell your friends.
Got
You
it.
got it good. You get to laugh all day long. I would shut the hell up
Keeps
if I
her
was
very
around you.
youthful.
Yeah, it does. So keep laughing. Yeah.
She's scared of laugh lines, but those are the best lines.
But you don't smoke weed either? You don't?
No, it's not my thing. I don't like feeling slow. Sometimes even after a cigar, I don't like the way I feel. If I smoke one that's too strong, I get a head rush and I'm like, ugh, I don't like this feeling.
Yeah, you always got to be in control. Mental
But it's not
control.
even that. I just like, I don't know. I like to, alcohol, I can control the buzz. Mm-hmm. You know where you're at with it.
Yeah.
You know when you're one drink away from too many or one drink away from the right place. So with alcohol, I feel I can control it better.
So what do you do to calm down or to come down at night? Because
I open my laptop. She gets mad at this. I open my laptop and she doesn't really get mad at it. I go to YouTube and it depends on what I want to feel at that moment. So I'll either watch Street Beefs. Shout out to Street Beefs.
What is that? Is that like World Star? Like where they're fighting on the street?
No, it's these. It's just like
It's about the
underground
same.
fights. They're mostly in Virginia, I think. And since it's not some guy's backyard, and it's called what's it called? Satan's backyard. Yeah, first time in Satan's backyard. He's 0-0 in Satan's backyard. He's 1-0 in Satan's backyard. Let's fight. And then they fight. And they're awful. Like, nobody's a good fighter in this thing. Like, the boxing is terrible. The MMA is terrible. The jiu-jitsu's sloppy. I'm like, this is awesome because it's so bad and so many people are fighting on it.
I gotta check that out.
But I only watch the short ones, like anything from 2 to 4 minutes. Anything from 4 minutes or less, I'll watch. Because anything above that, it's going to go to a decision. It's going to be boring as shit. Because two people that can't fight, who just can't even knock each other out, I don't want to fucking see it.
Are you an MMA fan?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. So am I.
Yeah. I do jujitsu, so I
Oh, good for you. Nice.
Yeah, that's Street Beefs right there. There it is.
Oh God.
Yeah, it looks like the backyard, and they just fight in it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Everybody's in human shape. That was the Italian Tyson. This kid, I think that's the Italian Tyson.
With a Hawaiian tattoo on his chest.
I don't know, babe. I'm not him.
Wow.
Street. I gotta check that out. Yeah, see, I fuck myself up and I'll watch Forensic Files, Unsolved Mysteries, HBO Autopsies right when I'm going to bed to decompress, and then wonder why I get visited.
Yeah.
That's my life.
No, it's either Street Beefs or or it'll be like
Houses.
We'll either go to realtor.com or it'll be like science shit, like the new Mars discovery images that came back and the Hubble imagery that's out there, like the pictures they just shot back from space, and so I'll sit there watching that.
How are your dreams? Do you dream very vividly?
No, my dreams never have anything to do with any of that stuff.
Really?
My dreams are always real life. It's always like, if I remember them, it's real life. Otherwise, I very rarely remember them. And when I do, I'm always like, that was fucking weird, wasn't it? I'll tell her, like, babe, that was a weird ass dream.
Yeah, because I was talking to Allie about that a second ago. We were talking about like his mentality and about how you overthink and how you think. So I'm wondering if when you go to sleep at night, if the best time to get a hold of you, and I'm going to use some really gay metaphysical words like your guides and all that shit.
You only sound gay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
Thank you. I love it. But,
sorry, Chris.
I mean, it's 2021. Nobody cares anymore if you are. You know what I mean?
But that's how I feel like they would get a hold of you is through your dreams, is your subconscious, because you're so busy throughout the day thinking, analyzing, that you pay attention to your dreams, even if they're scary or not.
Yeah, they're never scary. They're always... It's always like I don't really remember. What was one that I had that was like, what the fuck was that all about?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Like, I get happy when my dad visits me in my dreams. Those are always fun for me.
He visits me a lot, too.
His dad?
His dad.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
never met him.
Probably
But
telling you to tell him shit.
I did. Yeah, it is, basically.
Yeah.
He told me last time, tell my son I'm proud of him. He did say that.
Yeah.
And I woke up from it, and then I fell back asleep, and then he said something else. I couldn't remember the second message, but I remember the first one.
I think that the two of you guys, as far as like, I'm not going to go into a reading right yet, but
If you want to.
as far as like, no problem. As far as like the two of you guys being together, I think it's a lot of good laughs, a lot of good communication, a lot of kind of like being able to see each other for who they are. But I feel in some way, shape, or form, even though you told me your placements, that you ground him in some sort of way.
Oh yeah.
So this is somebody that I'm not going to tell you that you should listen to everything that she says. Hint, hint. But we will.
But you should.
But she should. Yeah. But especially when it
Oh
comes.
Jesus, that's exactly what she needs to hear.
Exactly. Yeah. But I was telling her, I was like, this is somebody that's very, everything about him. I said this to another celebrity personality. Everything about you is internal. Everything that's going on with you, not a lot of people would know about because it's very personal. You play it very close to the chest.
That's
and
correct.
It's always inside your own mind. And I was telling her that this would be somebody that I would call, again, no disrespect. I'm going to try to phrase this.
You don't have to
nicely.
worry about ever hurting my feelings, so don't worry about that.
Because I don't fucking know you.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
no, because I'm just, you're here. It's not like, it's not like you're some guy who walks up, hey, fuck, I want to tell you something. I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Exactly.
We're hanging out. You don't have to worry about hurting my feelings.
Thank you. I would say that you are you can be a little bit of a people pleaser, but then getting resentful because you realize that, and then it's the coulda, shoulda, woulda mentality afterward.
Why don't you give me that look?
I'm just saying.
And then this is somebody that would come along and tell you, then why the fuck did you do it? Or why did you blah, 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 blah this, if that's not how you were feeling?
What are you, a psychic?
Exactly. Exactly. But, yeah. We all need somebody like this in our lives. And we also need somebody like that in our lives.
Yes.
What do you got, Tommy? What do you got in your life?
You ever observe anybody like when they're sleeping, like your partner? You ever look at them and go, you
Yeah.
wonder what the fuck she's dreaming about?
Yeah.
You ever see that?
But he knows.
Pick up on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Try dating, being a psychic and dating.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out.
But can't you see that coming?
Exactly. And that's what fucks me up is I'll be like, what difference does it make? You're only going to be here for 2 months,
Yeah.
and then it's time for you to split or you're going to fuck around and, catch AIDS and leave me hanging. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kidding.
Oh, the old catch AIDS. Eddie. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Oh boy.
But yeah, it's...
And you can't beat that with a bat.
So
Why do you
yeah,
have to
with
even
this,
say that? Jesus.
Say what the AIDS say?
Yeah, well, whatever. When I was a young guy, I was paranoid about it.
Yeah.
I was so paranoid that I was convinced at one time in my life, in my 20s, that I had it.
Oh,
Whatever
because you know
reason.
what? I'm
No,
with you.
I mean, I had every symptom. Losing weight, this, that, sweating, this. I thought I was dead. And my friend took me to donate my blood. Like all my friends said, you're ridiculous. You're not dying. It's after my dad died in my 20s. And he took me, donated my blood. They had to convince me. And only then that I was like, oh my God. I had myself buried. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with me?
I remember that feeling in the 90s.
Did you ever have that?
Oh my God, in the
was
90s?
sick.
In the
'Cause I
90s,
read about
because
it.
in the 90s, when I would take an AIDS test, I was like, fuck.
dead.
You start reviewing every one night stand. You're like, fuck that one fucking bitch I know was this. God damn it, why did I do that? If I get through this test, I'm never fucking anybody again.
Exactly.
that was a lie.
And then back at it 4 hours later.
Maury comes out, you said after you took the test
No,
that
because I
you
thought it was just
said
a
you
gay
would-
thing. When I first heard it, they said, well, it's mostly, people that are gay. But then...
Well, yeah, it was the 80s and 90s. It was like,
Crossed
that's what they
over.
told us. It was that was the story they were feeding us. But,
Yeah.
and it
They
turns
said,
out
well,
anybody
you
could
get
get
through
this.
the blood, you got to crack the blood, and then I don't know, maybe it wasn't just blood. So I was like, I don't fucking know, do you have an open wound, this, that? I mean,
And then they were like, it comes from gay sex. And I go, well, what if you stick it in a chick's butt? Are they gay sex free? I don't understand what happens here. Like, how does that make any sense?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so there
what
was-
scared the shit out of me is when they told me, oh, you can catch AIDS from sucking dick.
Yeah.
And I was at the hospital right that same night.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, I
You're
just
like,
got, yeah.
You were blowing the doctor. Listen, are you sure?
Yeah, exactly. Tell me this is wrong. No. But yeah.
oh wow.
Jesus said it was wrong. I like that they brought the scripture out the whole thing.
Like,
Jesus.
so
Well, yeah.
So here we are without AIDS.
So you obviously don't have AIDS.
No, I mean, I've had a lot of other things. But, I had a lot of issues, but hopefully that's not one.
Did you get caught out there back in the day? I got caught out there a couple of times
What do you mean?
with the old drippy dick.
Drippy dick?
Oh yeah,
I don't know what that means.
yeah. I got chlamydia.
Oh, you mean that? No, I didn't have that.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think I
I
did.
got it twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, fucking
My
idiot.
brother had it once when he was young, and my father, and they were in the bathroom. I was like, "What are you doing?" He had crabs or some shit.
Oh, wow.
Shaving his ball. They go, get out of here, Nicholas. So what's going on? I don't know. He had some kind of crab.
some kind of crab. There's a certain
It was stone
species.
crab. Stone crab.
It wasn't
There's
Alaskan.
Maryland blue crab.
It was
Yeah.
Brooklyn, New
Some
York
kind of
crab.
crab. What the fuck do I know what that was? I was always paranoid, I was always a paranoid person, so
You're still kind of.
I kind of still am.
Yeah, not kinda. Yeah.
I have a lot of fears.
I don't think I have fears. I think you're just more paranoid. I look at you as a kind of a fearless guy.
Fearless, but you might be right. Paranoid. Yeah.
Hypochondriac.
Yeah, I'm psychosomatic. I can believe something and make it almost real. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why
That's why he's a good actor.
People
I'm a
die
decent
so
actor.
fast.
You know what I mean? Then I'm a good actor because I make myself believe that shit.
Baby never caught nothing?
No,
You goddamn right you didn't.
I didn't put myself out there like that.
You're goddamn right you didn't.
Very good.
You're welcome.
My little skank bag.
My wife taught me how to clean up, so that's one good thing.
What do you mean?
With a
I mean,
double?
they just taught me how to be cleaner. Just-
Did she have a
always-
double? A little
She
bucket
had
by
good,
the toilet?
Just had good,
Hygiene?
Hygienes, yeah. And like, wow, I got better at it. Because
Yeah, I've always
not
been.
that I was a caveman, but she taught me how to.
No,
really,
I was always very very with the hygiene shit.
Yeah.
I think as it got older, it got more and more. Like I'm very particular.
Yeah.
Like I can't shit in public.
No.
Like in the supermarket, just right in the front of the vegetables, I can't do it.
You mean you can't go to a public
I can't go to a public toilet.
No way.
toilet? You
No.
won't? Yeah.
No.
What if you have an emergency?
And then it's
You gonna
it
shit in
is
your
what
pants?
I'll go, but I'll be fucking. I have to go right home after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I gotta go home.
When do you usually go? In the morning?
All
I go
day.
about 3 times a day.
Me too.
4 times a day.
Damn.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm Johnny Shitbag over
I'm
here.
with you, man.
She's always envious. She's like,
Yeah, my wife's
my
like, I know, I wish I could go. I go, I don't want to go too many times.
yeah, women. Women. They shit 12 times a year. It's once a month. And
Is it a guy
their
thing?
period lasts longer than their
I
shit.
know.
Yeah, and then they go, well, yeah, well, women are full of shit. And you go, yeah, well, yeah. They are.
But not full of blood, though. Yeah.
They actually are actually full of shit. They're
Because you don't see women run into the toilet like that. Is that true?
How often does your stomach get upset?
Not as often as this one.
Never gets upset?
not really. Not really. Kind of a sort of a lead belly in there.
You have like a cast iron stomach?
Yeah, I eat in India on the street and everything. Now, Eddie, for fuck's sakes, Eddie eats the streets in India. Eddie will eat anything and nothing will happen to him.
You know, I got everything. IBS, diverticular. I have a bad stomach.
Because his mind, too.
I'm
Yeah.
nervous.
Yeah, you get
The
nervous that
doctor
all
said to me, he
resides
said,
in there.
did you grow up as a nervous child? I said, yes. He said, that's why you probably have a bad stomach. My brother goes, well, it's your diet too, which is true. I'm nervous, not a great diet, so I'm in my head. I'm worried about when I go to the bathroom. Is it going to be solid? What does it look like?
My daughter, when she goes to the bathroom, they're like fucking grenades that come out of there. It's so weird. I'd be like, baby, how do you do that?
How old's your daughter?
10.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
Like when she right up until a couple of years ago, she'd be like, Daddy, I'm done. I'd go. I'm like, damn. I would look at it. It was like literally like these fists that would come out of her.
Big, yeah.
They were like, but they were like
to
this.
be
They
a
looked like
kid
my
again,
fist.
yeah.
They were like, there'd be 3 of these. Boink, boink, boink.
Not long? Just
No, they're like big They look like
Like
hand
grenades,
grenades.
yeah.
grenades.
They even
Oh.
have like the same sides on them, you know, with the.
Separation. Yeah, they go.
It's like a compilation of pebbles.
So you've never had a psychic on your show before.
No.
What do you think about psychics?
I mean, you know, whatever. I think whatever. I mean, if it works for some people, it works for some people.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying it's not real or whatever. Like, I have a friend. He's been on the show, Angelo Sarukas. Did you ever listen to that episode
No,
with Angelo and Kevin Nealon? Angelo has the ability to read coffee cups.
The grinds. The
The
grounds.
coffee grinds is Greek.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So, and he's just a regular guy, a comic, big fat guy, happy. He's not like walking around going, I can read your cup, I can read your cup. If you know him, you know he can. And if you ask him, he'll do it. Otherwise, he's not going to bring it up.
That's how I was before, too.
Right. So I've let him read my cup twice. Subsequently, she made me have him read it again, but twice, and I didn't like the readings. So, and they became 100% true. And I read yours and it became true too? Yeah. What did he say about the AIDS?
Sailing.
About the what?
No, he said he saw a ship sailing away, and I was in Miami a week later when I
Went to see a girl?
and I dropped her off at a cruise ship. It's the weirdest thing.
She was starting her shift.
Yeah, you read
She was the Royal Caribbean whore.
He left out the horror part, but got the ship right, huh?
So I'll tell you what Ange did. So in July of 2009, I was dating this girl back in Canada, and Angela and I were out to dinner. So I goes, you want me to read your cup? I go, yeah, actually. So I ordered the coffee, I drank it, turned it upside down. He starts looking at it. He goes, I see an M getting in the way of this relationship. And I'm like, her fucking ex-boyfriend, Malcolm. I'm like, I knew this motherfucker would ruin this shit. Because I don't know if it's a male or female, but I see an M. There's an M, and it's separating your relationship. This M is right in the middle of your relationship. And I go, this fucking asshole ex-boyfriend of hers is in the relationship, and he's going to break us up or say something, and it's going to be his fault, right? So, I'm like, this motherfucker. Now I'm all pissed off, right? Mm-hmm. Her and I break up in December of that year. And 2 days after we break up, I meet my daughter's mother, Monica.
No.
I was like, wow, what the fuck was that?
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Eddie's fault.
I had the M wrong. He had the M. Ange had the M. I had the M wrong.
Right.
But and it was true. That was the wedge that broke us up forever. You know what I mean? So, and then maybe about 4 years ago, He reads my cup. I was dating this other girl then. And he goes, I see, he pulls me aside because he didn't want her to hear it. He goes, I see another person on the side, and I see a baby. And I go, I don't know. I was just with that girl at the time. I don't know what the fuck that means. Because I see another baby. And I go,
No, he said he saw a big, fat, pregnant girl. Isn't that what he said?
something like that.
Yeah.
Just trying to word it nicely.
Big, fat. Let's just say what he said.
Yeah,
Big,
yeah,
fat,
let's keep it
pregnant
real.
girl on the
I
side.
I don't know that he said that, but he said, you see somebody else pregnant. I go, I don't know. He goes, I don't know either, but I'm just telling you what I saw. He says, I see another baby, and I see this other. Anyway, cut to, that was 2017. Cut to a year later, I had a girl pregnant that was on the side.
Wow.
Yeah.
And on the side of the cup.
Yeah. Pretty wild. And
And he just reads the grounds, or
yeah. He knows how to look at it. To us, it'll just look like goop because you take the cup, you turn it upside down. You have to wait for it to dry a little bit so it stops moving. Then he takes it and he's like, And they show it to you, and you're like, I don't know how. He's like, you see this? And I'm like, yeah, it
Yeah.
just looks like a slop of fucking.
This is Angelo?
Yeah.
It'll be like
trip you
little
out.
figures like birds and ducks and a heart.
things that he picks up.
Yeah.
Are you able to see that yourself, or
I see when he points it out to me. I'm like, okay, I can see what.
okay?
Points
see
it out
what
to me.
he's
I go,
talking
no,
about.
I don't see it. It's
Yeah,
just
I can
slop.
see what he is.
It's kind of like tarot to me a little bit. You know, when you ever had your cards read?
I can't do tarot.
I can't. Yeah, I don't use any. I don't use crystals. I don't use tarot cards. Nothing.
Well,
It's just
the
what
last
they
time you did
say.
crystal, you were for 3 days.
Exactly. I'll learn that fucking lesson right away. But yeah,
See what we
That's
did
what
there?
the cups look like, right? When you,
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly
see?
what they look like.
Coffee cup? Jeez.
He's gonna be so pissed if he sees it Turkish. He's gonna send him that.
Yeah,
Send him
I've
that
seen
Turkish. He'll be so mad because he's Greek.
yeah. I've seen people read. Is it tea leaves?
Tea leaves I've heard about. Yeah.
Yeah. Tea
Probably my
leaves.
people that do that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
More than likely, we
Yeah,
make
see.
tea.
Yeah. But I don't use any of that stuff. I told when I came to doing this as a profession, I was like, I'm going to do this completely different than everybody else. I'm not going to come in here screaming at ghosts. I'm not going to chase them around a fucking cemetery. I'm going to give everybody the insight that I have, and that's it. Keep it real, keep it moving, and put the power back in the person's hand. Because I think what people get mixed up is, or when they go see a psychic, they expect that psychic to be a genie. I'm coming to you for advice. Fix this.
Yeah.
And it takes the responsibility out of that person's hands. And I'm
Right.
all about putting it back in that person's hands, saying, no one's going to move except for you. So, yeah.
She has can I tell him you have a Haitian lady that she talks to who does this stuff that you do, but on the real Haitian level.
The Haitian stuff, is it spells and stuff?
It's voodoo.
Yeah, it's voodoo.
Yeah.
I used to do Santoria.
Yeah, me
back
too.
in, yeah, so she knows. I just got fucked up with that. I kept
It
getting
depends on
haunted.
who your padrinos are.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they say certain things and it's not really what they say. Oh, you can't do this. But then when you go to another padrino, they do like, oh, no, you can't. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of control you with those. So it does mess with you.
I got heavy into it. I started attracting weird energies. Like I had this thing come into the room. Me and my ex were laying in bed, and I felt something in the room standing in the corner, and you could hear it breathing, doing this. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was real quiet trying to figure out where it was at. And it stood in between the doorway and the wall. And I woke him up. I was like, hey, there's something in here. I said, listen. I said, just be really quiet. And he could hear the breathing. And then all of a sudden this thing shuffled its feet across the carpet and hit the bed. And I thought it was going to jump on the bed, and it just went away. So that's it. I'm not messing with this anymore.
Oh,
I had
wow.
like 12 candles burning. I was doing 12 different spells in the room. Had that happen. Then
12 different spells?
But you're not supposed to burn more than 4 candles at a time.
I got greedy with it.
Yeah.
I got really in. I was like, this is working. This is actually, I'm able to do this stuff. Then you get
Right.
wrapped up into it, and then it just takes over.
It depends on what you were also doing. Was it Palamayombe or was it Santoria?
Santoria. But then do you know what Macumba is? Do you know? You're really fast. Go ahead.
No, I'm just telling her to put the mic closer to her face.
Oh.
Yeah. Like near your mouth. Sorry, continue.
Make it a dick again. No, I'm just kidding. This was
Follow his lead.
take it from the gay guy. He knows. Yeah.
A mold of one on here, and I'll be like this.
Chris, you have two
Dick
kids.
mics.
By the way, you have 2 kids. You're
have
the
2
worst
kids.
gay guy ever.
Yeah, I know exactly. Wouldn't believe the disgusting shit I had to do to make those
That's
kids.
not
I'm
a
just kidding.
cock. This is an outrage.
You told me you were tratty. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that Macumba stuff. I was doing the Santoria stuff, and this black guy came to me in a dream.
Oh.
He was working behind the desk, and he was telling me, I was like, I want this candle, I want this candle, I want this. And he says, what do you want that for? And I said, because I'm going to do a love spell. I'm also going to do a takeaway spell, blah, blah, blah. He said, no, he's all, you're doing Santoria, right? And I said, yeah. He goes, you don't want to do Santoria. You want to do Macumba. And I said, what? And he says, say it again. And I said, Macumba. And then after I said it the second time, his eyes turned red. Mm-hmm. And then he tried to lunge at me. And then I woke up. I was like, that's it. And I woke up, and that was it. No more.
What's
Wow.
Macumba?
It's
Sounds like a style of music.
yeah.
All right, guys, it's Macumba night.
It's African black magic or Caribbean black
Caribbean.
magic. Caribbean black
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
So it's giving you a soundtrack to it.
They do even in Ecuador, than that.
In South America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more Macumba. Palomayombe is the Caribbean or Ifa. It's
Yeah.
that's.
What do you look for? Like when you look at a person, like say when you look at him, I mean, do you just size him up? I mean,
I get into his head. I can see what's going on with his way of thinking and how he internalizes. That's why I said everything about him is internal. We'd be none the wiser from the outside looking in, but living him, we'd probably suffer from all sorts of anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
Because he overthinks, and then he also he can't leave well enough alone sometimes that he'll replay scenarios back in his head to see, did I do this right? How did this come across? Blah blah blah. It just never shuts off. That's immediately what I get. He gives me anxiety.
Well, you're welcome.
I'll get the fuck out.
You stressful motherfucker.
But this is somebody that, again, like when I look at her and I'm like, okay, this makes better sense to me, because now what she's going to do, she's going to come in here and she's not going to let him get away with certain things. She's going to call him out.
Not.
She's going to call him out on it. She's going to hold him accountable. And then he's going to try to, with her, I'm not saying that she's had it rough, but this is somebody that can also make her laugh. Somebody that she can, in some way, shape, or form, let her guard down with. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a good match. I feel like you guys can balance each other out, but she's got a lot of. I would hate to get into an argument with her ass. Like even
It's
like
not fun.
No,
I don't even bother.
you will not come out of that argument unscathed. She will.
I don't bother.
I wouldn't.
The minute I see it going that way, I go, you're right.
And knowing that she's Filipina now, forget that shit.
She's been Filipino for a long time. Not just now.
that's a rough culture.
Almost 49 years of this
It's
shit.
a rough culture to argue with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially the women. The men are easy to me.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
women. It's the women that wear
Well, it's
those.
because you look Filipino, that's why.
I get that all the time.
Yeah.
You just look like a tall Filipino.
I get
Yeah.
that all
You
the
That's how
find
they
time.
know
them
you're not
passive
Filipino.
aggressive
Filipino men.
women. I'm not concerned about
Oh
the
yeah,
men.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm. And they love.
They're very much.
Yeah, stone faced, but
Yeah.
they smile when they see a credit card or money. She's gonna
me.
slap the hell out of me.
No, not me.
No, she's not like that.
They are very.
My
they're-
mom is like that.
but
Sorry,
they
Mom.
don't buy. This is my experience of Filipinos. They don't buy cheap shit though. They're gonna go when they're very meticulous and careful with what they go and they spend their money on. So
Not the Filipinos I grew up with. We were all poor together, so. We're like, ain't nobody buying nothing nice.
My daughter's like that.
really,
She's very like my older one.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Taurus as well,
yeah.
but she's very right banana.
Oh, yeah.
She's very like she's like.
But she also takes
no.
care of her stuff.
Yeah,
Like her car's impeccable
yeah.
at all times. That's why when you said you got a flat tire, I was like, so almost seems impossible to
Yeah.
me.
She pays attention. She's very like no, and she'll have like say she'll want a bag and she'll put it in her cart for like the longest time and she'll ponder it for like months and then
Wait for it to go on
and
sale.
no, not even that. Like she'll wait for a discount code to come through.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, I don't know, I don't want it, and she'll kind of talk herself out of it.
So she's a Taurus. What's your other daughter?
Cancer.
Tomorrow's her
Leo.
birthday.
They get along well.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taurus.
She would have
and
been a Leo.
That's a Cancer right there too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Emotional.
Yeah,
Cancer.
but loyal,
Yes.
loyal,
Yeah. Yes.
loyal to a fault sometimes.
It is a
Yes.
cancer on society.
Yeah, she's a Cancer. Her birthday is tomorrow. She would have been a Leo, but I couldn't hold her anymore. She was hurting too much. So I told her, take him out.
Yeah, she was hurting her
She was too much.
clitoris.
No, she's hurting my pelvic bone.
Oh. I thought that's why it was called Taurus. Sorry.
Clitoris. Dragging it along the floor and shit.
Ow. Can you get off that?
Exactly. But good for you.
I know.
No
Beautiful
boys?
women, but beautiful women.
No, she got my son
No,
now.
this is
My little baby boy.
How old is he?
2.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the product of the
Yeah. My mistake.
2017.
The 2017 reading that
Yeah. The tea leaves. Yeah, that-
came fortuitous in 2018 and squeezed out in 2019.
yeah. I don't have to get back on the reading thing, I don't have anything negative to tell you as far as like future or anything like that. I think that you're, as far as like opportunities and things like that, obviously you're not done growing, not done evolving in that aspect. I just feel like as far as like on a personal level, there's some room for improvement on that end as far as like when it comes to your way of thinking. But I feel I feel like what your biggest distraction for you, the best part is his work probably. Yeah.
I like working.
Yeah. When's the big day?
I leave Wednesday night.
Good one.
Next year.
yeah.
Next year.
Nice.
Since you're listening to this show, I think it's safe to say you like podcasts. You may not like mine, but at least you like podcasts enough to try mine. Appreciate that. Or maybe you once hated podcasts and then culturally canceled with Russell Peters, myself, made you realize how great they are, or could be, or see how the potential in mine, or see what we're trying to do. I don't know what we're trying to do. Well, either way, you'll find a ton of binge-worthy podcasts, including ours, on Amazon Music. Amazon Music has more than 10 million free podcast episodes to listen to. But Amazon Music isn't just for listening to podcasts. They have thousands of music stations and top playlists to stream for free. Let me tell you something. We talk about music all the time on this show, and we get pretty specific. So if you want to do a Big Daddy Kane deep dive or listen to Eminem's The Ringer, you can find what you want to hear on Amazon Music. And no matter what you're listening to, you can go hands-free with Alexa. If you're like me and you want music on demand and ad-free, you have to try Amazon Music Unlimited. That gives you unlimited access to over 75 million songs, as well as podcasts, music videos, and more. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song anywhere offline with unlimited skips. Again, we talk about music and hip-hop all the time on this show, and I love when one of my guests recommends a song or an album that I never really got into so that I can look it up on Amazon Music Unlimited and hear it for myself. It's easy to find whatever I'm looking for, and I would definitely recommend that to listeners of the show. Check out the albums we've been talking about by using Amazon Music Unlimited. If you've never tried Amazon Music Unlimited, now's a great time. For a limited time, new customers can try Amazon Music Unlimited for free for 30 days. No credit card required. Just go to amazon.com/Peters. That's amazon.com/Peters to try Amazon Music Unlimited free for 30 days. Amazon.com/Peters. Amazon Music renews automatically and you can cancel anytime. Terms apply. Everybody needs a way to wind down at night, whether it's weed or street beefs. Shout out to street beefs. But if you're really looking to quiet your thoughts and actually relax your mind, I would highly recommend trying Headspace. Headspace is your daily dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations in an easy-to-use app. Using Headspace can help you improve your sleep and reduce your stress with their highly effective wind-down sessions that members swear by. And on the flip side, if you need help focusing during the day, Headspace has morning meditations you can do with your kids and focus meditations and 3-minute SOS meditations for when you feel overwhelmed. Whatever the situation, Headspace has a unique guided meditation that can increase your overall sense of well-being. I like to stay focused and sharp because my job is all about being quick so I can make people laugh. Trust me, I'm trying. Using Headspace meditations before shows helps me shut off the noise in my head and really be present. And look, I don't even do the longer meditations. I just do a short 3 to 5 minute one. And I'm telling you, they really help. Headspace is one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. So if you're looking for something that works, you don't have to look anymore because you just found it. Headspace is backed by 25 published studies on its benefits, 600,000 five-star reviews, and over 60 million downloads. Headspace makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. You deserve to feel happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/Peters. That's headspace.com/Peters for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Head to headspace.com/Peters. Let me tell you something, men. If you're losing your hair, you're not alone. 2 out of 3 men will experience some form of hair loss by the time they are 35. Trust me, I know. I was about to change my last name to Moorhead because I was getting more head, forehead, Moorhead. We get the idea. Anyway, if you're looking to hang on to your hair, though, I'd suggest you try Keeps. Keeps offers a simple, stress-free way to keep the hair on your head. Keeps is affordable and convenient. Treatments start at just $10 a month, and medications are delivered straight to your door every 3 months. Not only that, but Keeps offers convenient virtual doctor consultations so that you don't even have to leave your house for an appointment. There are a lot of options on the market when it comes to hair loss solutions. But what really sold me on Keeps was the fact that they have more 5-star reviews than any of their competitors. Clearly, it's working for people, and I think it makes it worth trying. If you're curious about trying Keeps for your hair loss concerns, I'm here to tell you that you should try it. You have nothing to lose but your hair, and that's if you don't try it. They offer such an easy, discreet, and convenient solution to something that so many of us men struggle with. Why worry about hair loss anymore if you don't have to? Prevention is the key here, and treatments can take 4 to 6 months to see results. So if you're thinking that Keeps might make sense for your hair loss concerns, I wouldn't wait. If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/Peters to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/Peters to get your first month free. Keeps, KEEPS.com/Peters.
What are you wearing?
And beyond.
Leather.
Leather
serious?
chaps.
Leather chaps and
Give me a break.
The back is open.
a leather turban. And
Leather turban, yeah.
Have you thought about your dress?
I already got it.
she's got her dress. I don't know what it looks like. I haven't
Is it custom? I mean,
Well, they had to,
Make it.
yeah.
It'll be ready next month.
Is it gonna be traditional
September.
Filipino?
Nah.
No.
Like a maid's outfit?
No. No, that's not the case. My wife had it made by a guy from
She had a Filipino traditional one?
Yeah. And
What did you do, an Italian one?
No, I wore.
You wore the barong.
The barong.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved it because I jumped everywhere all over. I did everything in that barong. So I didn't go, Ginzo style. I went.
Was Bewit there?
B-Wit was there, but he was like kind of shy. I didn't know him too well then. I got to know him
really?
after the wedding.
Did you have fun at the wedding, Gabe?
Yeah, it's good.
Now you're at the top of the totem
Now he's
pole,
at
Gabe.
the top. He
Yeah.
looked angry in the video. He didn't look like,
He didn't look like Happy Gabe?
Yeah, he came with his mother and, his dad had a great time. We
That's
had a great
good.
wedding at the Bel Air Hotel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How many people?
About 100.
That's nice.
We got engaged there. I was
okay.
And so, I gave her the ring there, and then she goes, "Well, where should I wear it?" I go, "To dinner." I go, "Yeah, just wear it."
Yeah.
But we planned it like in 6 months, whatever, and it came together beautifully. NYPD Blue, the whole cast was there, and
Oh, nice.
That's nice.
yeah, my mother flew on a plane first time and only time. My brother,
nice.
My brother got her on the plane.
You went with her.
Yeah, it was like a play, Nick. It was like a play. I couldn't believe when I saw her walk off the thing, Kitty.
Yeah.
Her name was Catherine. But
Nice.
yeah, it was great. I wish my father could have been there, but But we had a lot of Italians, a lot of Filipinos. It was a good mix. Frankie Gazzarich was there.
Hey.
Carbone. Boom Boom Mancini, a couple of people. That
Oh,
were
Boom
there.
Boom Mancini
Boom
was
Boom
there?
was there. Well, we had a relationship. We did a play
Yeah.
together, a movie.
You'll know a lot of the people at ours.
Yeah.
You know his wife?
And
You know
Yeah,
his wife?
yeah.
yeah.
Love her.
We met on a plane, and it was a
She was a flight attendant.
flight attendant, so I had to deal with that. But
She said, would you like some more snacks?
Want some more nuts?
she did come around, And then this guy told me, he goes, "Get up and introduce yourself." And the flight was almost over, and I saw men talking because she still is beautiful. But
Yeah, she is.
I said, this other guy is already talking. He goes, no, but she likes you. I said, yeah, you don't know that. So I went in that area where they hang out, the galley. And then we talked, and she was going to give me like a company number. And I said, come on, you either give me the right number or you don't. And she gave me this, well, I'll give you the number to my crash pad. Like these girls all like share a.
Yeah.
And maybe when I'm in town one day, we'll have a coffee or something. And I said, okay. So it was Memorial Day, 94. And she says, I'm going to be in town. And I picked her up like in a Volkswagen. And I took her to the Fox lot. That's where we shot NYP Blue.
Oh, out here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, because she was in Northeast back then? No, Northwest back then?
She was living in New Jersey, Newark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she just was here for the day, and then we sat on a bench outside the commissary. Like now, 20th Century Fox is all built up, but back then it was still like old Hollywood. And we sat on the bench, and she told me about it, who she dated. Not that I wanted to hear this boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever. I was like, all right, and I told her about my situation, and gave her a little kiss here and there, nice kiss. Took her back, and then I called her from the Dodger game, and she said, I think I like you. I was like, wow.
You were like, I think I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah. That's how it started. I think I was more smitten by her. But I think she never met anybody like me, but she was...
I never met nobody like you. Let me tell you something, Nick.
Nah,
ain't no fucking body like you, all right?
Don't go by that. I'm not one of those guys. He tries to put me in that bubble.
No, you know what? Here's the thing. So Nick and I only been friends about
a couple of years, but I feel like I know him my whole life. That's how I feel about it.
3 years
Seems like
now.
you guys know each other longer.
I swear that way. It's so weird.
But when he came to one of my shows, he went to go see Rappaport one night.
Yeah.
And I was on the same show. And then he sent out a tweet. So I saw his tweet that he put out that night. Hey, the Russell Peters guy was funny. And I was like, holy shit, Nick Turturro was at my show?
That's great.
And I've always referred to him as Nicholas Turturro because that's how I remember him when he used to get billed to be Nicholas Turturro.
Yeah. And I loved him in this movie that he's terrific in. And I'm like, that's the guy. Because I never forgot him. I'm like, who is that guy? He's good. And I didn't know he was quite the stand-up. I'm like, man, he's a really good stand-up. And,
Yeah, he is.
And I was geeked out by Nick Turturro just tweeted. So I called my brother that night. Hey, fucking Nick Turturro was at my show. He goes, oh, he's awesome.
That's how
My brother and I were both big fans of yours, like for a long time.
That's thank you. That's
So then ta-da, now it's family.
Homies hanging out and shit.
No, he's a really terrific guy on a lot of levels.
So I see your hip hop setup. What's up with that?
I've been DJing since 1985.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
great too.
I'm a hip hop nerd. I'm one of those. If you listen to any of the podcasts, it usually ends up talking about hip hop at some point.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite
What, of all time?
of all time?
Biggie would be my favorite
for
MC
sure.
for sure.
You saw my Versace's, right?
Oh shit. Those are from the Big Papa video.
But then I got to bring the gay shit in here too. So
Right.
with that being said, I got to say that my idol, the one I do it for, is Kim.
Oh, she
Kim.
loves it. Are you kidding me?
Marry this. Marry your fucking ass tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
Please,
dude, you have
please.
no idea how much she loves Little Kim.
Oh man.
Love her.
When I
All
mean,
over this. All over this.
do you have Big Mama thing on there?
I have Big Mama. I think I have the remix
That's-
to it when
that's
she
her
did
song.
Faith Evans and Tupac.
I said I might walk out to that in the ceremony.
I have to have an invite to this wedding. I have to have an invite to this wedding.
There's a line in
love
that
her.
song that I say to her all the time because she won't let this happen.
Take it in the butt.
Yeah,
What? Yeah.
We'll be laying there in bed and I'll be like, take it in the butt, take it in the butt.
Yeah.
She'll be like, get your fuck away,
Yeah,
get your
that
fuck away.
Keep us think about the butt. I don't know why, but
Huge Biggie, huge Kim fan.
Yeah.
Love Tupac, but Biggie.
I hate Tupac.
You hate him?
I'm from LA. I have to.
I mean, I never. When I say I hate him, I never liked him as a rapper. I liked him as an actor.
You didn't like him as a rapper? Why?
Not at all. I just didn't like his sound. I don't like the sound of him.
We have Snoop for the West Coast.
Yeah, we have Snoop.
And did you meet Finesse when he was in there? He was in there.
No. Oh yeah.
He produced Suicidal Thoughts for Biggie.
God damn.
He lives with me, Lord Finesse. So Finesse, interestingly enough,
Wait, Lord Finesse?
yeah, Lord Finesse. That's who's in there.
Wait, he's the one that came out, right? The
Yeah.
one that shook his hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, talented guy.
yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so Lord Finesse lives here with us, and So it's funny because he got paid twice for Suicidal Thoughts because it was the last song on Ready to Die, and they played it again at the beginning of Life After Death, like at the end of the song.
Yeah.
So he had to get paid again.
Jeez. Favorite Biggie song?
There's a lot of them. When my son was born, he must have been a minute old when they handed him to me, and I put on Last Day for him.
Okay.
And I queued it up to Biggie's part. Who the fuck wanna squeeze? My desert ease make MCs freeze.
Yeah.
I played that for him and I rapped it to him with tears in my eyes.
Guess what my daughter's name is?
Biggie.
Faith.
Oh. Christopher Wallace.
Yeah, for Christopher Wallace. No. Faith. They weren't feeling the Kim name because it was so common.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, what name do you want? And I kept seeing Faith Christian Church, Faith Lutheran Church. I was like, Faith. I named her Faith. Yeah.
And you have a son
Nice.
too?
My son's name is Chris.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
You kept it real.
Yeah.
Salute to, you're Chris too. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I was like, why you really, that's your,
Salute to Big Papa.
salute to the Chris's. My son's Russell. So I get it.
Okay.
After Russell Johnson, the professor from the Gilligan's Island.
So been spinning since 85.
Spinning since 85. I still play. And Finesse plays too. He's really dope.
You guys
And-
make beats together or anything?
No, the beat making world's a completely different thing. I'll leave that to the people that know how to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Finesse is dope at it.
Of course he is. Yeah.
He actually did the intro for my last special, the Deported World Tour. Finesse did the intro beat for that, and he rapped on it, and he hasn't rapped on anything in years.
Yeah. So what's it like? But early 90s, right?
Well, no, I don't. It's been about 10 or 11, 12 years maybe since he rapped on something, and he hasn't spit a verse for anybody, and he did it for me, and it's really dope. The verse too. His voice is so ridiculously dope.
Yeah. So who do you got now? These newer artists?
I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I can't.
Maybe Joel Ortiz, I guess, and he's not even that new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you like Jay-Z?
I don't. I don't rate Jay-Z as high as everybody else rates Jay-Z, but that's because I'm a hip hop nerd, and I'm like, I know where that line came from. I know where that cadence came from. I'm like,
What do you think of Kanye West?
I don't think of Kanye West.
You don't think of him.
I don't think of him at all.
Nas.
If Nas would just pick better beats, Nas could really shine. Because I think Nas's problem is, I don't know that he's shown the growth that he should have shown. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like after Illmatic, it's a hard one to follow. And then I liked It Was Written. I didn't like Nostradamus. And then he did that one album maybe about 12 years ago.
Which one?
10 or 12 years ago was the double album.
Yeah.
It was like The Last Supper, and DJ Premier was on the cover and everything. That album was dope. That's the one where he had that song Virgo, and there was a bunch of dope songs on that record.
Do you like Eminem?
Oh, I love Eminem.
He is.
Eminem's dope.
He's really gifted, isn't he?
Yeah, Eminem's fucking sick.
But Biggie stands alone, right?
Yeah, because Biggie's a storyteller. You know what I mean. He can.
His
He'll,
flow.
if you listen to one of his songs, just listen to it as a story, not
Yes.
even as a song.
Yeah, I agree.
The details he puts in the song, in the story, you're like, you picture. I don't listen to it as a song like
You
that.
listen to it as a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how I do it. I
Like,
visualize what he's saying.
That song, "Niggas Bleed." That song, from beginning to end, you can picture the entire thing happening.
Do you think he was just like gifted?
Yeah.
Like he was.
Finesse,
like he,
Finesse will tell
not
you.
only-
Finesse was in the studio a bunch of times with him. He was like, he goes, that guy would just, he would like, matter of fact, when Biggie picked the beat for Suicidal Thoughts, Ness told me that that was a beat that Ness had made for himself.
Right.
And he's playing Biggie a bunch of beats, and Biggie heard that one. He goes, what about that one? And he goes, you want that one? Like, yeah, I like that one. And he came up with Suicidal Thoughts for that song. And
Right.
and Ness was like, well, I'm glad he took it. He fucking murdered it. He did it better than I would have done it.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that either, because Ness is so dope. I think really he's really underrated as an MC.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You have to be a real hip hop head to understand who Lord Finesse is.
What do you think he would have went on to do? I'm just. What do you think? Like if he had, if he if he didn't die young or whatever? Do you have any idea, like, what you think?
He would have still been around. He was still been around. He'd probably be rapping like these kids now, better than them.
Right.
Because when he had Bone Thugs on that one song, Bone
Oh,
Thugs was
man,
doing
come on.
their style, and Biggie did their style with them and did it better than them.
Right.
And I was like, wow, he just killed them at their own flow. And Eminem did that on that Kamikaze album. He did that song. What was the name of that first song? I got it. It was the first song on that record was
Not Kill Shot. That's
The Ringer?
The Ringer. Yeah, The Ringer.
Yeah.
And he raps like the kids now, like kids. Like the kids today. But he rapped like they do now and murdered it. And you were like, I could listen to, if they spit like this, I would listen to it. And he was just shitting on them in their own flow. And that's what made me go, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're dope. When you can take what you're doing and do it better than you, you're like, ah.
So, like, what's happened then? Like, what's happened with this generation now of all these
Lazy.
guys sound the same to me?
There's no
Yeah, well,
creativity.
it's
No.
kind of like, oh, that's what's working. That's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
Right.
We're from the era of,
That's
oh,
the
that's what
style.
you're doing? That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something else. We understood that there was this whole big, broad spectrum, and we were all going to try and find our space in it. And
Right.
everyone was like, now it's all narrowed down to this is the only thing that works.
And now it's all handed to you.
Yeah.
We had
Yeah.
we had to use our imaginations and really get inside our own heads or with our own ability, with our own skills. Now everything's just handed out to you, and it's follow the leader.
Yeah.
It all sounds the same.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that Big and Jay sound the same. Big Nas and Jay sound the same.
No,
can't
you
even
know
say
exactly
Eazy-E
who they
or
are when you
Snoop.
hear them.
Exactly.
If you played me 5 different artists right now, I wouldn't be able to tell you who's who.
Me neither.
Except for Drake. Drake's the only one that stands out.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Drake.
Well,
but
if
you
you
know
think
it's
about
him.
it, Drake's voice is very unique.
Yeah.
When you hear it, you know that's
That's Drake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, that's Drake. Now, who are these other 4 fucking idiots? I don't know. Oh, that's so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. They all sound the same to me. Drake was the only guy that stood out in that song.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain there's out of the young group, there's some that are actual stars that will be around for a long time. Drake, Weeknd, Bruno Mars.
What do you think about Kendrick?
I don't
Yeah.
think about Kendrick at all.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. And it's nothing personal. I just
Nipsey?
I liked Nipsey back like maybe around 14 years ago when I bought one of his mixtapes on Melrose back in the day, and it was really dope, and I thought he was dope. But then I kind of never heard from him again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he stayed underground, but he stayed in a weird underground space where I wasn't finding his music anymore. So, but I think Nipsey got bigger because he passed.
Yeah. I didn't know anything about him too much until after he passed.
Yeah.
And then they made this big deal about him. But
Yeah.
I don't know any of his music. Kendrick, I kind of
But
know a
Nipsey
couple
was
of
doing
songs.
like a lot of good community work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the more
But you know
that's
what
the more
happens-
important legacy than his music was that he was doing all this stuff in his community for his community. Whereas other kids were out there buying fucking watches and cars. He was buying, plazas and housing and stuff, So he was doing the right thing with it. And I think that's why he's so revered now.
Yeah.
But I met Nipsey once. I was at the
Roosevelt,
Roosevelt pool bar. And I was with Kung Lee, the MMA fighter. Mm-hmm. Your people. And and I was with RZA.
Oh, man.
And then Nipsey was at the bar. And I was like, hey, man, are you Nipsey Hussle? He goes, yeah. I go, oh, cool, I'm a fan. He goes, oh, thanks. I go, what are you? He goes, oh, I'm Eritrean. I go, shit, I thought something. I go, I thought you were Indian or something because I'm Indian. And I thought, fuck, finally we got a dope Indian rapper. He goes, no, I'm African. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And that was it. The conversation didn't go much deeper than that. But
Jeez.
but at least, he was a nice kid about it, Mm-hmm. He seemed reluctant to talk to me, but whatever. I'd be reluctant to talk to me.
Favorite female MCs? I'm going to be gay now.
I don't know how that's gay, but Little Kim's on there. MC Light.
Oh, for sure.
Antoinette was dope back in the day. Mm-hmm. Antoinette is alert. I'm putting bodies to work. Raw Digga.
She doesn't get as much as she deserves.
Yeah, I bother Rashia whenever I see her. Because whenever I see her, I'm usually drunk. We should have a super hip hop baby together. It's like, get away from me.
God, that's another one that she had the potential. Well, as far as like rapping for sure, but then she also did some acting too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did some acting and didn't. I don't know why she didn't.
She's actually a really cool lady.
Yeah.
Latifah's dope. Not as dope as them. Shantae, Roxanne Shantae's fucking dope.
For sure, yeah.
That song, Big Mama, was one of my favorites. You remember that? Mm-mm. She shit on every female MC.
Oh, yeah. Was it Big No, was it Big
It's called
Mama?
Big Mama.
Was it Big
Save all the drama, because here comes the Big Mama. And she shit on everybody.
Light, Latifah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Latifah, Moni Love.
You know,
now I'm about sick of that Moni in the middle shit. You're illegitimate. That's what it was. You're illegitimate trying to make a little bit. And I'm about sick of that Moni in the middle shit.
Yeah. But Light's shit is timeless, though, man.
Yeah, Light's a good friend of mine, too.
Did you listen to Cappuccino? Do you like that?
Of course, the song.
Fuck.
I did. I good. I'm cappuccino.
What is that?
Oh, no, that was the wrong song. Fuck, what am I saying? That's fucking Helter Skelter.
Why did I drink cappuccino? Yeah. Light is good. Love Light.
Light's dope. But she got a sitcom coming out.
Does she?
Yeah. A friend of ours produced it with her.
What do you think about Nicki? Nicki Minaj.
Nope, I don't think about Nicki Minaj.
I love this one. I mean, God, that's my girl.
You like Nicki too? You
No.
don't like Nicki, no.
She's
I don't like
trash.
when these young cats take shots at the older ones. You're like, wait,
She's
you realize none of
trash.
these
Megan Thee
motherfuckers would be
Stallion's
around. You
trash.
wouldn't be here without these people.
Not only that, but I mean, if you're going to come in here, this is my thing. I'm not going to disrespect Nicki Minaj, but you didn't have to steal the swag.
No.
You came in here and you flow. I mean, her flow's okay.
Right.
She's got her own thing. She shouldn't have to come in here being disrespectful like that.
Yeah, she was disrespecting my girl.
Yeah.
We don't
And
do
I
that.
love Kim. Have
Yeah.
you seen her in concert?
No.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
No.
I saw her in
Just
San Francisco in 2012. Lost my shit. Was
Yeah.
right there, front stage, right there. Got to touch her leg, got to touch her hand. But yeah.
She didn't feel it because of all the Botox. But
Stop. You better stop.
God.
Yeah, none
I'm
of the
just saying.
female rappers are good right now.
No.
They're all terrible.
No, but she's making a comeback. She's got her book coming. Kim's book drops in November.
what's it called?
I think it's like the Little Kim memoir or something. It's supposed to be the price of loyalty, talking about all the shit that happened with Junior Mafia and all that. But yeah, and all the Nicki. I don't know if she's gonna talk about the Nicki stuff.
Probably not.
Yeah,
I think if it's a smart move, she doesn't.
and then Foxy drops hers in December. Are you a Foxy fan?
Yeah.
Me too.
There was a couple of Foxy songs, but I wouldn't say I was a big Foxy fan. Mind you, the first time I heard Foxy Brown on a song, it was an R&B song, and it was the Clark Kent remix of this song, and Foxy spit at the beginning of it, and I was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this?"
What was it?
And it was like boom, bop, song, it was a boom, it was Impeach the President she was rapping over. I gotta find that record was dope.
I have almost everything of Foxy.
It was a
Clark
DJ
Kent?
Clark Kent remix of an R&B song, and she was at the beginning of it.
It wasn't Case, Touch Me, Tease Me,
No,
and it wasn't the Tony Braxton, Making Me High.
no,
Gosh.
no, it was not, but it was at that time.
Yeah.
And I
Clark
remember
Kent
hearing, I
was
didn't know it was a girl. It was before Foxy was kind of known. I didn't know it was a girl. I thought it was a young kid, like a boy with no bass in his voice, but it was her. So dope. I was like, yo, who is that? And I go, Foxy Brown.
She killed her verse in the what was it? The Prodigy, Fat Joe, LL Cool J. Who shot you?
Who shot?
I shot you.
I shot you. Oh yeah, she murdered that.
Yeah, murdered that one.
And she rapped like a dude. That's why.
And her voice was just
Isn't she Filipino? Half Filipino black.
Filipino black. Yeah,
Is she?
Yeah.
I think she's Chinese. Chinese, Trini, black. And
Could be
then-
Black Trini though.
Yeah, black Trini.
Because
it's
Nicki's
Inga
Trini.
Yeah,
Nicki's
said-
full Trini.
She says it in one of her songs.
yeah, half Philippine thing.
Half
yeah,
black and Filipino.
Half Filipino. Yeah.
Wearing Moschino.
We're gonna party one day, you and I. I'm gonna take her away for one
Go
night.
for it,
We're gonna do some shit. Yeah. But yeah.
Take her to the Abbey.
Oh man, yeah. Are you from here?
Yeah.
You ever been to the arena?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you're not from here, though,
Gidget
right?
likes
I'm from
that.
Toronto.
My sister, she goes to all the gay clubs.
Oh my God, the arena back in the day
Yeah.
was like
was a gay club?
It was
West Hollywood?
Yeah, mixed, but you could be any age. I used to go there
Yeah.
when I was
Remember
15,
Peanuts
16.
on Tuesday was a big deal.
Oh yeah, 79, 69 Peanuts.
Yeah, was that a lesbian bar though?
Yeah, it was. I think Wednesday night. It was what was it called? It was a lesbian night. It was something. I forgot.
It was
Okay.
a strip club.
Yeah.
Because everybody used to go there, even though it was a lesbian night. Everybody would go there on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, all the guys would.
What was
Yeah.
the name of it though? It was Peanuts is the name of the club, but what was the night? Yeah, I forgot what it was called though. Remember
Well, Peanuts was
Dublin's?
the name of the night.
I think
Well,
so.
that was the name of the club.
No, the name of the club was 7969, and then Peanuts was like,
That was the night that it was the lesbian.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we had Dublin's. That was like the early
Yeah.
2000s.
I always say I would have too much anxiety if I was gay because gay bars seem so fucking alive. Like you never see like a gay nightclub and it's just a bunch of guys just sitting around. Hey, how you doing? It's just like always like woo.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Always having so
yeah.
much
how the
fun.
fuck do you rage that hard all the time?
That's why we only do it like maybe once a month, because then you're tapped out. You're spending the rest of the 29 days trying to get your head right.
Oh yeah, like they go hard. I'm like, damn, I can't do that shit.
Make a party, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some gay friends who are like, come out with us. I'm like, I can't fucking do that. But don't worry, nobody's gonna hit on you. Go, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? I'm not attractive enough, motherfucker. What does that mean? They better hit on me, goddammit.
That's something you tell a woman, huh?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hit
Like,
on
I'm
you.
not worried about getting hit on. I'm worried about not having the energy to stay in that room.
Oh man, yeah. I haven't partied in a long time. I used to party hard,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bad.
It's a young man's game.
Me too.
It is.
Not anymore.
I can't do it anymore. Mm-mm. I'm in bed by like 10 o'clock.
Oh, we're not.
We try.
No, I'm a night owl.
No,
I don't even want to go to bed late, but she won't let me go to bed early.
no, I'm not in bed. I'm just laying there at 10 o'clock. I can't do it. Yeah.
You're such a liar.
Would you say that she won't let
She
you go
won't
to
let me go to bed early. I'm like, babe, let's go to bed early. Okay. I'm like, come on, let's go. And she'd be like, just sitting at the table. Like, come on, go up.
He's lying.
Who goes to the bed first? You
Me.
or her? You?
She'll go up first, but I'll be in bed first.
Is that true, Allie?
No, not at all.
8 times out of 10, I'm in
right
bed
too.
first.
No, we shower.
If
at
you're
the-
really tired, you'll be up in bed before me. But
yes.
on an
But-
average night, I'll be in bed before
No,
you.
he's always down here smoking cigars. I'm like, okay, I'm going upstairs, and I'll get in the bed.
Not,
But I usually wait for him,
yeah.
and then
wait
we
for him?
shower, and
Yeah,
then we
she's a good partner.
Yeah,
She
wait for
stays down
him.
here with me, even if she's tired.
Do you shower before bed?
Yeah,
Oh, I have to. I can't go to bed without showering.
yeah. I got
Who showers
scrubbing.
first?
We shower together, same time.
Oh, boy.
No, the shower's
Our
huge.
showers.
She's
I
on
have
one
my
end, I'm on the
side.
other end.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even, we have to fucking throw shit at each other. Like, you literally can't
Message in
pass
a
it.
bottle
You gotta,
down the
I love hearing this.
like, you gotta literally fucking walk over to her. So if you want to hand something, it's like, you gotta go over there and you gotta be careful because the floor's slippery.
Yeah.
Shit you have to worry about when you get older.
Yeah.
Back then it would have been
Literally, she's
slip
like,
and
be
slide.
careful.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm being careful. She's like, oh, your foot slipped. See you, idiot.
See you, idiot.
I don't ever call him idiot.
In her head, she does.
No, I don't.
She's so sweet.
She is. Hooker.
You guys sleep close together? Or
No, close. We're stuck
what do you
together.
think about that? People that like maybe sleep on one side or whatever. Is there anything to that?
I think people like their space. I think I can do it for maybe like 15, 20 minutes, and then I got to roll over. And
No, she knows I'm like a fucking rotisserie hot dog in there because I turn all night. One side will get cold and I'll turn the other side because the other side will get hot. And it just keeps it. I'll put my arm underneath. I'm like, gotta turn. I'll just go turn and she'll lift her head and I'll put my arm out and I'll turn. And she'll either turn with me or we'll go back butt cheek to butt cheek.
that's a Libra thing, kind of fidgety, isn't it?
Might be. I just wish I slept more solidly.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Solid sleep would be amazing.
But you don't take anything, right? You don't smoke
No.
any weed before maybe a couple
No,
puffs. That's
I
it.
take exhaustion and go to bed
Yeah.
with it.
But then your mind is just still going, though.
No, I shut my mind down slowly.
Really?
And it's funny with her though. You know this. Don't deny this one either. Every night I'll be on my laptop doing whatever I got to do to bring myself down. And as I'm starting to do this, she'll be like, "Babe, what do you think about if?" Oh, fuck, I don't want to think. Do you ever think about it? Fuck, I don't want to think at all right now. Just stop thinking.
It's like she's waiting for you to close your eye a little bit. That she starts talking.
Yeah, it's literally. I feel like she's doing this.
Yeah.
Do you ever think, motherfucker?
I did that last night. I was like, what should Dad wear for the wedding?
What do you?
He was
What,
like,
yeah, that's exactly what she. I was like, as it was like this, she was like, "What do you think my dad should wear for the wedding?" I'm like, "Fuck, what?"
But does she fuck with you though? Other than that, do you play pranks on him or anything?
No, she's not a prankster.
She looks like that to me though. She looks like she's funny like that.
Oh, she's funny, but she's not a prankster.
Oh man.
because I don't like it.
I don't like
okay.
it either, so I don't do it to her. She won't do it
No,
to me.
because if you jump and scare and do something, you get the shit slapped out of you.
Oh
like,
yeah, I
don't
punch.
fucking do that
I
shit.
don't.
That's dumb.
I don't go boo. I go
Yeah.
pop, and I go. Ooh,
Yeah.
My daughter almost got punched one time, fucking sneaking up. I was like, God damn it, baby, you almost got hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is she? Like 2?
No, she knows now. She's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like you. Oh, look. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
I agree.
we don't do goofy shit like that.
Oh, I'm always scaring him or his mom. Yeah.
What do you do to his mom?
I'll scare
Just
my
one-
daughters.
Because you know she's kind of hard of hearing a little bit, so I'll
I
sneak
don't know
up
how
on her.
she is.
Yeah.
Is your mom hard of hearing? How old's your mom?
I don't know, like 60?
That's it?
Yeah.
She's
Like
young.
61. Yeah.
Yeah, she's 10 years older than me. How the fuck she got hard of hearing already?
Yeah. I'll walk by her and just,
Was it from Vietnam?
cough
Probably.
The explosions?
by her ear, kind of like
Those, you know,
the boat ride over here.
The helicopter.
He's Vietnamese.
He's Vietnamese, yeah.
Yeah, look at his nails.
My son-in-law's Vietnamese.
Yeah.
I like those
He's
noodles.
great.
Do you speak Vietnamese?
no, not really.
He was telling her son-in-law, our son-in-law, was telling us that in this family, I think it's in a lot of Vietnamese families, that they refer to the boys
Gouda?
as gu,
Oh, gu.
which is penis, and then they assign a color to you. For real? Yeah, he's gu da, which is red penis, and then he has a brother named who's gu dang, which is black penis. And I'm like, I'd want to be gu dang.
Everybody
Not
does.
Gudang, but Gudang.
Yeah. So that's what he's telling us. And each one has a different color.
Where'd you guys meet?
I actually met through his cousin. So that's
Yeah, he's like 8 years older than I am, and my cousin, he
You're
hung
8
around-
years older than he is?
Younger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, younger. Sorry. And he was actually friends with my cousin, and then when one day we ended up hanging out one day, having drinks, and then just from there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a Gemini?
Cancer.
Cancer. Oh, yeah, that's right. Cancer. He said cancer.
And then I read his grandmother passed away right before we started talking, and she came to visit me, speaking Vietnamese. So I had to, I know it sounds so stupid, but had to read her thoughts to figure out what she was saying in Vietnamese and translate it in English. And I told him, and he was like, there's no way
Yeah.
that you would have known that. So, yeah.
wasn't a believer till that happened.
What goo did she call you? I'm just kidding. Did she?
I'm gonna have to ask him about that.
You should ask your mom about your penis.
I try to ask him.
Mom, I have a question about my penis. What? You want wieners? No, my penis. Penis. I don't know her. Oh, Mom, you're so hard of hearing.
Wow.
Pretty much how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
Mom, can you tell me the symptoms? Yes, there's Marge, Bart, Homer.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No?
No.
Anyway. Can't all be good, guys.
But yeah, that's how we met.
You getting any vibes off Nick? By chance?
He needs to relax.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
for
does.
sure.
He's
You
also
don't need to be a psychic for that one.
for sure. But
Um,
I also kind of worry about your emotional state too, your emotional mental health, because I kind of feel like we can always edit this shit out, but I kind of feel like with you that you there's a lot of shit that you hold back that you don't say up, and then it creeps up on you, and I feel like you end up having to whether it's cry or release it in some way, but I feel like there's more to you than you're letting on sometimes.
That's true.
It's very explosive, too.
Yeah. Oh, I am.
At the Yankees.
If you want to see an
only
enraged
that, but
human
yeah,
being,
the-
watch a Yankees game with him.
Oh man,
For
Holy
some
shit,
reason,
it
I
gives me grief
manifest
with
a
that.
lot of anger with baseball. My wife says it's not fun. That's what she says.
it's probably what you trained your mind to yell at, to be more aggressive with. You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing that with people or with your everyday life, you can take it out on that, or you show more of it with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do explode sometimes, and not the most healthy way, you know. Especially when I think about the past and stuff like that.
If I say something, I'm not trying to come across as labeling him as gay, but I feel like with him, he's got a lot of this feminine energy that fucks with his masculine energy, because real men don't cry. You don't show weakness. You can't be vulnerable.
Yeah, but I cry.
But you cry when it's probably when it's not the last resort, but when you're kind of tipped over a little bit.
I cry on planes with an iPad listening to stuff. So I'm very emotional.
Yeah.
I only cry with her.
What'd you say about the gay thing?
That the feminine.
I do have a feminine part.
You have a lot of feminine, and I feel like it collides with the masculine side of you, and that's where you have a problem with it, because men aren't supposed for whatever your rationale is.
Maternal or something.
Yeah, the feminine masculine
side.
energy. Yeah.
I think I'm in touch with that more than a lot of men are.
But then it's kind of like
even though I try to compensate it with the macho shit.
That's why I say that's a double-edged sword with you, because you're aware of this, and then you try to compensate.
That's all
I'm going to steal from you. Compensate with over.
So you're worried about me?
I'm worried about your mental state.
My nerves.
Your mental, like this could take a toll on you, or you can. Is this how you can have?
We all worry about that for him, actually.
Yeah.
You can have an accident because you're not paying attention, or you're not like a car accident or anything like that, but you could fall, hurt yourself, or do something stupid because your mind isn't there.
How do you get that, you think, stabilized?
Meditation?
Yoga.
And also being real with yourself, giving yourself at least 15 minutes a day to, I know it sounds hokey, but to go within, to clear that, to release it, and also watch your triggers, because people say shit to you, and
He reacts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm a big reactor.
you have to watch that. I'm like that too. You know how many times I have to go in the bathroom and fucking bite my tongue? Because I'm going to read somebody and they're trying to tell me, oh, that's not how I am. Again, I just want you to come over here and tell me when I'm going to find a real man. When you stop bullshitting.
Yeah.
It took me 50 years to find her.
What a great catch. What a great time waiting. I
get it. Like when I met her, well, it wasn't immediate when I met her. It wasn't like, oh my God. It was like, yeah, okay. Well, let's see.
Did she entice your darker side? Was there something about her that you were like,
No, you know what it was? I was coming off of a bad situation and I wasn't ready to meet anybody. So it had really nothing to do with her. It was all me. And then the more we hung out, the more I was like, okay. And then in my head, I was like, all right, well, everybody starts this way. Eventually the other shoe's going to drop. And I'm like, there it is. And then there was like, obviously if you're in that headspace, you're actually going to wait for that moment as opposed to enjoy the moments you should be enjoying. Mm-hmm. So when something even is remotely close to what you were waiting for, you go, there it is. And we had a couple of those moments and she was like, no, that's not the fuck I am. And I go, well, why'd you do that then? And then we got past those, and then we've only had amazing days after that.
I liked her for him. When I first met her at the other house and she was floating around, I said, who's this girl? I like her. For him. And
He did. He said that right away.
I did.
Yeah.
It did. It was weird. And I was like...
Because the first time they came over, you were there.
Yeah.
I mean, the first time that they came over and you were there, her and his wife were making lumpias together.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I took a little factory in my kitchen. I was like, which one of you guys are making me Nikes?
I'm about to start that in 2 hours for you. Just give me a second.
No, I think they were a good fit.
I think that with you, what I like about her, what I think that she struggles with sometimes, and I mentioned this briefly here, cut this out if you need to, is that she picks up on the intention of other people. So what they don't say or they're trying to hide, she already knows. So if they're going to be if they're going to have that energy with her, she might not know why she's going to know why she gets irritated, but she's got to kind of like, I'm going to say block some of that.
Oh, she does that a lot.
Yeah, or not.
She'll tell me I'm going to go upstairs. Why? I don't like the energy down here. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay.
Good for you. Yeah, I'm the same way too. And then he'll tell me, they didn't say anything to you. They don't have to say a
They
fucking
don't.
word.
It's their energy.
I already know. Yeah.
I tell him the same thing. I'm like, I don't like him. I don't like her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him at the wedding. I don't want her at the wedding. He's like, why? I'm like, because I don't. There's something not vibing. And then eventually
But do you know how many
comes
people
up.
don't I didn't mean to point my finger, but do you know how many people don't honor that? Honor that feeling, and they sugarcoat, or they invite these people over, they end up ruining their wedding, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Stick to your guns, man.
And that's what I mean, it's kind of hard for him because he's a people pleaser. And I'm like, I don't want that person there. I don't need her negative funk in our energy that day or at all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just kind of like, okay, let me try to figure out a nicer way to put it. Why I don't want this person
Sometimes
here.
there is no nice way. Sometimes
No.
you just got to be like, get
I
the
was like,
fuck.
I'll tell him. I don't want
He's
you
like,
here.
wait a minute.
I'll do it.
Yeah, for sure.
She's probably right because my wife's been right about so many. I have to give her credit. Not that I agree with her, but she's more right than wrong. And
Yeah, no, when she does say certain things about certain people, I don't go, no, you're wrong. I go, really? And I'll question it a little bit, and then she'll give me the reason. Then I'll just watch them differently, and I'm like, okay, you're right. Yeah, I don't think I can't say she's been wrong about anybody yet.
But people would mistake mining your energy as being difficult, or we're just bitches, or we're just
Exactly.
shit starters.
Exactly.
See, now I always want to protect her image, so I don't say anything to the people that about, Allie, she didn't want to. I don't drag her into it. I'm like, all right.
But am I wrong to say that it's real easy to be your friend?
Yeah,
Two things.
very.
Don't waste my fucking time and don't lie to me.
Exactly.
Simple.
Exactly. Very easy.
That's why I think you and I get along very well, because there's no bullshit there.
No.
But you guys, I'm gonna be the gay thing again. You need people like us in your lives, both of you.
Gay
Because
people or psychics?
psychics, gay people, strong-minded people, because we will keep that. You don't have to say shit. Just let us say it.
Right.
Yeah.
Just you sit there and look pretty, make the money. Let us say it.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to tell him.
Yeah.
I try to
We've
tell
got
him.
an assortment of people
Yes.
in our lives that are every end of the spectrum.
Because when I say things,
Gay, straight,
I'm like-
trans, black, white, yellow, mixed, whatever. They're all there.
Yeah.
well, when I
Everybody
say things
fits
to
in
him,
somewhere.
somewhere.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't.
Say these things, or I don't like mention it. I'm only looking out for your best interest. And if I know someone's trying to do something facetious or doing this other, whatever, it's because I'm worried about you. And I know what they're doing, and I can see what they're doing, but he's not seeing it.
And why have a problem later?
Right.
Why-
And that's why I try with him. I try to avoid that with him. And he just is like, oh, no, we're just going to wait. I'm like,
So we can wait 2 weeks and it's going to be exactly how I said
Right.
it. And then we got to think of another excuse to tell this person. It's
and
just
I've
not
told
worth
him
it.
that. I was like, oh, okay, $20,000 later, but it's cool. If he would have listened to me prior. But he doesn't see his face.
I'm an alpha. So I'm open to suggestions,
Yeah.
but I'm also a hard learn.
But I
Very.
think, but I think also too. I'm gonna throw you a couple of good bones. I feel like what makes you just a
Oh,
little
he
bit
got a
nervous
good bone.
too. Well, yeah, is that he is that
Tell your friends.
he's probably intuitive as well too, and picks up on it. But you're just a little. I mean, you're gonna be more.
I'm more hopeful. I hope I'm wrong.
Somebody asked me that one time. They said, "Well, how do you see the world? Do you have any hope for the world?" And I said, "You want me to be honest with you?" I said, "No, I don't have any hope for it." They're like, "That's kind of a shitty thing to say." We're having to rely on people to make things better.
Yeah.
Right.
We can't even come to a fucking conclusion about these masks, the pandemic, voting, and you want us all to collaborate together? It's not happening.
That's why I'm an atheist. You can't come together on one fucking universal being. How do you expect me to trust any of you?
Exactly.
If there was one, there would be one only.
That's why with the psychic stuff, I don't go. I mean, you have these ones that come out and predict things 15, 20 years. You're going to have a great life. How is that? You and I live in the real world, all of us. How is that going to work? I sit on my couch all fucking day smoking weed. I want to be a comedian, right? I don't go to any auditions. No, I'm just saying that. And you're hauling ass. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. What makes me think that I'm going to get it before Russell is? Because I'm more hopeful, or because
Everybody gets up before Russell does.
Russell likes sleep.
or manifest it. I don't know
Right.
if I hear that again, it'll be too soon. Manifest. Manifest. They throw that everywhere. I'm going to manifest this in my life. You ever heard of it? Get off
Those
your lazy
vision board
fuck.
things?
Yeah, get off your
Bullshit.
lazy ass and make it happen. Don't just wish for it.
That's
I'm with
what-
you, kid.
Yeah.
You're preaching to the choir, Chris Medina.
Thank you. But yeah, that's.
I'm worried about next feminine state.
So is this.
I'm not.
I'll turn him out.
Can you
before the
cross your
night's over.
legs the other way?
No, I'm not because I'm in touch with my feminine side. So I'm not threatened by any of that. And I agree
But we
with
don't
that.
want you to worry, Nick.
No, I'm not.
That's what, how you say you're psychosomatic and you're hypochondriac. We don't want you to worry.
Just not to worry.
Don't worry about it. Don't
I
stress
always
over that.
listen, me and him have very
Deep
solid
yeah,
conversations
which is
where I
good.
talk him off the ledge a lot.
But at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself, what has this worrying got me? All it did was waste time, and I've had to have these conversations, but nothing really came out of it, though.
I'm one of those people, too. I don't worry about things before they happen because I'm like, well, now you got to worry about it twice. You got to worry about it before and then worry about it when it happens.
Exactly.
You can be prepared for it to happen.
You see me lasting for a while?
Yeah, you need to get your head out of there. Because
I've always thought I wasn't going to live that long.
No, that's you've got a lot of, when I say past life energy, I'm not going to go into tell you who your past life and all that, but you've done this before. So you have all this stuff that you carry with you. And also, what's the relationship like with you and your mother?
Pretty good.
Did she,
But I was the baby.
did she spoil you a lot growing up? She overdid it.
That's what my brother said.
Yeah, and that you didn't have the defense mechanism or the coping mechanism to handle tough situations, because I'm not saying that you were a crybaby went to mom there, but she kind of took care of it.
I made a lot of bad decisions just from being emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Like my brother even said, I go back on all these stupid decisions I made.
But you can't change that.
I can't change it.
That's why when people tell me all the time, when they said, "Oh, I go into this past life regressionist," or my psychic told me that the reason why I'm blocked now is because I went through all these lifetimes of all this bad karma. Mm-hmm. Well, that's great, but when are we going to get to this lifetime?
Right.
When are we fixing this one? And that's what you need to worry about.
You have to give them $700 for them
to burn a 9-foot candle that you can't see
the
in
same
their
size as you.
Exactly. In their house.
You believe in karma?
About 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Karma, I think, is real.
Yes.
But let me...
Good and bad, right?
Yeah,
Because there's good and bad karma, right?
Here's the thing. I've done horrible things in this lifetime.
Me too.
Horrible.
Same.
Gangs, drugs,
But
prostitution.
deep down in your heart, what are you? Are you a good?
I'm a good person.
You're a good guy.
But
right?
there's some people that can't let you get past that. That's usually your family or your friends. They have to always bring your past into your future.
Yeah.
And you do that. You don't need those people. You do that on your own. You take a trip down memory lane at least once a day to take your mind there. It's almost like if I concentrate on being good, or I have these good vibes, what if something comes in and knocks me off? But what if it doesn't?
Right.
What if you find your bliss and you're able to be happy without the restrictions?
Yeah.
No, I'm just doing it for her.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, God.
But you relax.
But when I'm happy, I'm really happy.
Yeah, but you need
It doesn't last.
because you don't allow it to.
I
No, when the happiness comes to him, he enjoys the shit out
I'm
of it.
really, really high, but I can't sustain that high. Because I don't know. I can't just the normal thing. It doesn't.
It's because he's probably thinking this can't be real.
Yeah,
Okay,
how
let me
long
come
is it
down
gonna
from
last?
this.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like I
We're gonna be
deserve
swept
this.
out from
Yeah.
underneath us.
Yeah.
Is that I don't
Yeah.
feel like I deserve to be this happy.
Yeah.
That's where I was at for a
You
long
need
time.
to get off that shit too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
your defense. God, here we go. Your defense mechanism is your sense of humor and
Correct.
your fucking quick wit. I can sit here and I can insult you. I can say something. His ass. I saw him clock me from the very beginning.
Yeah.
His ass is picking out everything that's wrong with me. And when it comes time, he will unleash that.
Yeah.
I do size people up quick.
You do.
He has a good poker
Do you have an
face.
idea as to when Eddie's penis is going to fall off? Because it's been in some dirty, dark places.
His next bike ride, it's going to get lodged in between the doorways.
Oh, Eddie.
His life has changed a lot. Like great things are happening to him.
Gabe.
White Claw Gabe, and he's just such a. I don't know. I just think he deserves it. Because he was so innocent.
Gabe's
his whole
one of the
life.
sweetest humans on
Yeah,
the
he's
planet.
just a sweet guy. And
Yes.
great things are happening to him, and I feel
And
like
it makes all of us really
it
happy.
makes sense. But why it's happening to him?
It makes sense why it's happening to him.
Yeah, to me, because he's just such a good spirit.
And you don't feel like you deserve it.
No, I didn't say I don't deserve it. I've had some good things in my life, but he's like having a time now where life is really good for him, and he's giving back too. I don't know.
We're going to bring White Claw into this.
Yeah, sit down, Gabe.
Here, give White Claw my mic.
Because I've adored him for a lot of years, and now he's like blossoming. My son.
How old are you?
I'm 49.
Oh, well, come on.
Here
Yeah.
for him.
Not
I
only
don't
that.
look like 49 to
No,
me.
you don't look like you're 49. But this is something you have to look. You have to look at what's going on. If all this stuff is blossoming, you have to look at it because you spent a lot of time up until this point probably playing it too safe, probably playing at arm's length or not really feeling comfortable with who you are. And so something has come in at this time in your life that all of a sudden, it's almost like you wake up and you just feel different. Does that make sense? I feel more determined. I feel more ambitious. For whatever reason, I don't feel like what was going to bother me is going to bother me today. So you're almost waking up again, but you have to pay attention to this, because I feel like with you, this is a once in a lifetime type opportunity for you. As far as like when he talked about karma, I always tell people, you've reached this place in your road of life to where we're going to throw your past life karma, all the karma that you have in this lifetime. You're almost done with it. So everything at this point moving forward is what you make of it. So I always tell people, don't taint this clean slate that you've been given. So with you, I don't think that you're going to taint it. I'm going to tell you that you need to go harder, or you need to stay ambitious and more than anything else, more direct, more opening your mouth and telling people things, not yelling at them, but at least getting your point across. There you go. Be more assertive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like is it fair to say that you were almost pushed into this? Like this happened all of a sudden? I'm not saying that your success happened all of a sudden, but this feeling that you have within yourself happened all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But enjoy this, and also too, don't. I feel like with you, sometimes you get embarrassed, or social settings sometimes could be a little bit difficult for you because you're not sure how they're going to take you.
Oh yeah.
But I think that your sense of humor and the way that you say things, I think that you have your personality is one that if I was to be here and I didn't know anybody else and talk to you, you would probably say something that was going to make me laugh, or say something that would kind of break the ice a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You have to honor that, because people get a kick out of what you say.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I love when Gabe talks. Gabe makes me laugh all the time. Gabe, when I see Gabe, Gabe is like a ball of joy. When I see him, I get very happy. It's never like I see Gabe and I go, fuck Gabe. I'm like, oh, yay, White Claw. My mood changes when I see him.
Because he probably exudes the same energy that you exude, or you could pick. You can kind of feel like it's not that I'm not saying that he's non-threatening.
And I can also feel when he's down, and it bothers me when he's down.
Yeah, sometimes when I feel insulted, I feel hurt. Sometimes I didn't want to talk to anybody. I just want to be by myself right now. That's how I feel. When I'm excited, I like to share my joy with everybody.
When's your birthday?
It's somewhere in November 18th.
Somewhere on November 18th, somewhere.
Somewhere
in that 24-hour period.
Yeah.
In between the 17th and 19th.
Okay, there you go.
Scorpio is they get butthurt very easily. Yeah, there was a woman that I used to work in the insurance industry for about 20 years. And there was this woman that would always fuck with me every day. Like I would ignore her, try not to speak to her, and she would block my way. Good morning, Chris. Good morning. Good morning. And I finally had it, and I told one of my friends, I said, she's a Scorpio, right? They said, yeah. I said, watch me have this bitch come undone. And I made her emotional. She got so emotional to the point where she was yelling at me, pointing her finger in my face, that she got fired for it. So be careful with that. So with you, I feel like sometimes you don't realize that your poker face is good enough. And I feel like sometimes you're the only one that sees your inadequacies. So loosen up a little bit more.
Yeah. I guess.
See, White Claw? There's White Claw on the screen
like
right
a
there.
mind reader of everybody. He knows how to read people's mind.
Well, that's what he is. He's a psychic.
He's a very happy person, but you know, like he's probably more happy than most people in his world, you know. And even now and I'm not even sure if it registers like what's going on, you know, because like the world knows who he is now, and it's kind of like, you know, the other day we were in Vegas and he got like mobbed in front of T-Mobile.
Enjoy it.
And he just, we go. And then he did. And I said, how'd you feel? He goes, I feels amazing. I go, doesn't it? I go, embrace it. Because you were happy before this anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's happening.
This is happiness gravy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have any questions? Did you want to ask me anything, or?
See, it's kind of, I can't really think of it now.
When you do, just let me know.
Sure.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah. I don't feel like when he says that you're a good person, you're a happy person, I don't dispute that. I just question what's going on the inside with you.
Yeah.
And how you're feeling. But yeah.
There's Nick.
Nick just walked in.
Yeah.
That's Nick's son, Nick.
Hey.
He's the mastermind behind White Claw's
My
Success.
his social media success.
That's your
my
kid?
son.
That's my yep.
Oh, wow.
That's his
He's
nephew.
his manager.
What do you think about what do you think of him on a personal level? Him on a personal level.
I think Gabe on a personal level is a very sweet individual and a very kind person. I think he likes the idea of things and he looks to explore it, but sometimes he doesn't know how to explore it. So there's people along the way like me, my dad, Russell, who like guide him and like show him new things, and he likes to just learn things. And he's seen a lot of things in his life that a lot of people have not, and he's experienced a lot of things. Now he's experiencing fame and just like newer things. So he's had a pretty colorful life.
So on a personal level, you would tell him to enjoy this.
Yes.
That you've got to this point. I told him, I gave him a mini reading, and I said something happened in this part of your life here where you just woke up all of a sudden.
Yes.
It's like, but on a personal type of level, like from within. Because I kind of feel like, again, I'm not taking away that his smarts or what he's gone through here, but my question to him is, how does this make you feel? Is this good enough for you to come out more?
For him?
Yeah, for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something he should enjoy.
Exactly.
For me, it's like, he's in a different stage of his life, and this kind of came about, and it's part of the fun. And there's no pressure for him. He can just continue to be himself and do what he's got to do. So that's really it.
I feel like the only person that would get in his way is his own thoughts, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
With the right guidance and the right people around him, he should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And if Gabe doesn't like you, he won't talk to you.
Sure.
He shuts down. He'll be like, nope.
And he has a good sense about people. If they're fake, if they're phony, even his own relatives or whatever. We'll talk about stuff, me and him. And he knows he can read people. He can tell when somebody's a douche. He's got a very good sense. He really does.
Got a good douche sensor on him.
Yeah. He knows a douchebag.
He knows a
Right, Gabe?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He comes right in on cue.
He knows Nick's a douchebag, so he...
Sometimes Nick is a little mean. But sometimes...
Yeah, Nick, what the fuck's your problem?
This is your dad, right?
Yeah.
Your dad.
Nick's feminine side's external.
I was telling him that I feel like his feminine and masculine energy collides, and that's where he has a problem with that sometimes.
Do you think that's why gay people like me a lot?
Yeah.
Because I asked my brother when I was younger, and he'd say, no, because you're small and you're cute.
That could be one of the reasons why.
And I'd say, well, why are they attracted to me?
But I feel like you make it easy for people to talk to you.
Because when I was a doorman, I used to have a guy, like a Brazilian designer, and he'd say, I said, can you make me a suit? And he'd go, when you come up for the fitting, I said, I won't come up there. He'd open his wallet and say, how much? I go, no, you'll never get it. You'll never get it, But I mean, I've had other people in my life too that have kind of, adored me or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like because you're easy to talk to. I feel like you're non-threatening.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah. Until you get mad, and then that's a different story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's real, is what it is. He's a New Yorker. He doesn't beat around the bush.
Yeah, I wear my brother's more, he's more standoffish.
Yeah, your brother's stone
Yeah, he's
faced.
stone cold.
But I want to see you. It doesn't matter what I want, but I would like to see you more in touch with yourself. More kind of like letting go and not bringing your fears and insecurity, allowing your fears and insecurities to rise to the surface all the time.
I struggle with it.
You do.
But no, I'm in touch with myself. I just struggle with it.
But how can we, again, maybe we can't ever fix that, but how can we get you to loosen up a little bit more or to, at least with yourself?
I don't have the answers. I am who I am. But I just have to relax a little bit.
You don't smoke weed?
No, I don't like that stuff.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, I don't like
He'll drink with me, which is
drink.
nice.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I don't like what it represents either.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't like the whole chiba. I call it chiba. I'm not a pothead,
Yeah.
So, but to
each their own.
yeah, my wife does that, but I go, don't do it in front of me. I don't want to see it. My brother's like, good. We had a brother that did a lot of stuff, so maybe that was it. I don't know.
A lot of negative connotation associated with it, too. For him.
Yeah. I'll drink, and he'll say, you'll take painkillers, you'll take all that shit. And I'm like, it's drugs. It's true. I've almost killed myself a few times with that stuff. You got to be careful.
Yeah. I had a nasty little addiction there, too.
I know, because I've taken lots and lots of medicine, so I got to be very careful with that.
But learn. I don't see anything negative with you as far as like your road of life, if you will.
Maybe therapy. Maybe therapy would be good.
Here's the thing with therapy, though, and I'm not going to knock it. I love therapy. I love psychology and psychiatry. However, he's a perfect example. If you're ever going to go see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, you better make sure that motherfucker is either on the same level as you or a level up higher, because his ass will end up being the therapist.
Oh, I've done that too. And I have a counselor that I have to talk to about my son's mother, and I have to talk to this counselor to get things done. And I call him out. I called her out one day, and she was like all thrown off. I discombobulated her, and I was like,
yeah.
And then I looked at her, and I was like,
And then exactly. And for somebody like,
because I do this for a living, when I talk to someone in the audience, I have to assess every body movement they do, how they react to what I'm saying to them when I'm talking to them. I notice a twitch. I'll notice it without knowing I noticed it. I used to box, so it's the same thing in boxing. When I'm sparring with you, I'm watching your eyes. I'm not watching your hands. Your eyes are going to give away before your hands are. So that's what I'm watching. I'm like keeping my eyes on you the whole time. And it's the same thing when I'm talking to somebody in the audience. It's the same thing when I'm talking to a therapist or whatever. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, most therapists are full of shit. Mm-hmm. You know, you studied it, you learned what to do, what not to do, how to do it. But I don't think it means that's who you are.
Exactly.
It means you learned how to do it. I mean, you either are that person or you're not that person.
That's how I am with my readings. I'll tell people, I don't know. Here's where the psychology comes in. I gave you 5 years of therapy right up front, but you're going to ask me, like you said, what do I do with this? I can't tell you, because my guides don't give me the opportunity to lounge around and think about it. They're like, get your ass up and go do this. So for somebody like him, he needs to, this is why I tell people, go see a psychologist or psychiatrist to help you find your process. But for somebody like him, we're very hesitant, or at least make sure that if I was going to pick who was going to go see, that they had to be strong. They're not going to let him go in there and just talk the whole hour away and not do anything with him. That would be my one concern.
I tell you
with
something.
him.
After this COVID thing, I had it, whatever, and then after didn't have it, I had all kinds of after effects, and I was raging, and I had no filter. I couldn't hold back with my wife, with anybody. I was really like, whatever I felt about people, about family, whoever, I was fucking saying it. I was just like, I said, I don't know what was going on, but I was just like, I told her friend one day, I said, you're a sloppy drunk. Because I've seen her be a sloppy drunk. She goes, that was kind of mean. I said, I know, but it just needed to come out. She's not the nicest person anyway. Mm-hmm. You know? And then I felt bad about it, because I'm always remorseful.
You're like me.
I always feel I have this
I'll say things, then I'll be like,
guilt,
I shouldn't have said
whatever
that.
it is. I don't know why I feel sorry for her.
But here's the thing. I'm glad you brought this up, both of you guys. I asked another girl this. I did a podcast with a girl that was almost similar to this here, and she was like, I go, when you're talking your shit and you're talking about cancel culture and all this shit, and you're bad mouthing everybody else, do you catch yourself just coming out? And she said, yeah. I said, like you're not even thinking about it, it just comes out. She said, yeah. I said, then don't stop yourself. So for somebody like you too, if it needed to say that because you need to be bold, she's probably sitting there and saying, fuck yeah. And you're sitting there like, oh, did I just go? You said it the way that you needed to say it because you weren't getting.
I do that, and then I go, all right, because I'm always about intent. What's your intention when you're saying it?
Yeah.
And that's what my goal is, to get the intent out. It's not the words. It's the intent.
Yeah.
If you catch the intent, then I don't think cancel culture will bother you. Mm-hmm. Because my intent when I'm saying things is only to make you smile or laugh or think. I'm not trying to persuade you of other things.
But what kind of world do we live in now where a comedian can't even bust somebody else's balls?
Funny enough, I talked about this on stage the other day. I said, we're going to run out of letters soon in the alphabet, because we're canceling so many words that we're going to run out of letters. They're like, oh, don't say the N-word. Okay, the N-word's a good one. You don't want to say that. And somebody said, don't say the R word. I said, Russell? I can't say Russell? He said, no, you can't say retard. And I go, okay. And then they go, and you can't say gay. I go, what do you mean? I can't tell a gay person they're gay? He goes, no, you can't just randomly use the word gay like you used to. And I go, I can't say gay or retard. How am I supposed to communicate with my brother? Because that's literally our whole conversation. And it never has to do with a handicapped person or a homosexual. It's like, you're so fucking gay. What are you being a retard for? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and then that's just the way we speak. That doesn't mean anything towards any of those groups of people.
And when we use the word gay, maybe because we're old school, it's not calling somebody, with all due respect, a faggot.
Right.
You're just saying, don't be so gay. It's like, don't be so dumb, or don't be so like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it has nothing to do with what the word means.
Exactly.
It's the most far removed use of the word you could ever use it with.
Exactly.
If it's clearly used in an absurd context, that should be the way it should be received.
But the fact that we have to tell adults this and remind them of this, or you got the ones, again, you're a comedian, you got the ones that come out that are comedians that are talking shit, but then all of a sudden they start getting canceled and they want to do these apology tours.
I won't do it.
You're not a fucking priest. You're not a therapist. Why should you have to watch your mouth? You're a comedian. I want to laugh off the shit that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You think Eddie Murphy gave a fuck when he did Delirious?
Oh my God. But then he apologized later, which is weird to me. I'm like, you can't apologize for the times you were living in.
No.
He did?
Yeah, he was like,
He came out and
I
said-
regret saying some of those things. And I'm like, why?
All the AIDS and gay stuff that he was talking about on
But
there.
that's the time we
But
were
that was
living. We
the
didn't have the
time.
information.
Exactly.
But that's what was happening.
Yeah.
So why apologize?
Here's even a better one. We want to undo what our girl Kim did. We want to start covering ourselves back up and not talking about taking it in the ass anymore. We're regressing now. Is that what you're telling
Yeah,
me?
baby, you better start taking it in the ass. Take it in
that
the butt.
shit.
Take it in the butt.
What? Yeah. Oh, you want to hear something even funnier? How about what? We're going to start canceling spirits too. Ghosts. I had a woman come to visit me in Oregon when I lived there for 6 years. She wanted a medium reading. She shows up at my house. That's why ever since then I don't do readings in my home. Her father came in. As soon as the woman comes out of her car and starts walking up my doorway, her father comes in. God fucking damn it. I told this bitch to keep her fucking mouth shut. Now I got to sit here and talk to this fucking wetback faggot that I would never. And I'm like, this is here. And she's walking up and I'm hearing all this and I'm like, hi, I'm Chris Medina. Nice to meet you. Faggot, faggot, faggot. So have a seat right here. Faggot, faggot, faggot. Have a seat. Yeah, the whole time. And she sat down and I asked her, I said, I have to ask you this. And with all due respect, and I was a lot nicer back then. I said, was your dad a racist man?
A racist homophobic?
Yeah. And she goes, oh, he was horrible. The meanest man. I said, he's here. Tell him whatever the fuck you got to say so we can get the hell up out of my house. Yeah. You don't die. You don't just die and get your wings and you're gone. If you're a miserable fuck, you're a miserable fuck in the afterlife.
Yeah. And you're like, I'm not fucking wetback 100%.
Exactly. Yeah. You've got me fucked up.
Yeah. I'm gonna patch you, motherfucker.
Get that shit right. Yeah.
And an Aztec.
And a gay man. And this
And
and
a
this.
gay man.
Yeah.
You're just trying to cover all your bases,
Exactly.
Doubling down. Hey, she wants to know if you know about our what we were before we were. No, our past life. Oh, that's what it is. Is there a past life? Do we have a past life?
lives,
Everybody has one?
Everybody, good majority of people have a past life. Some only have one. Some have. I don't know, maybe, but yours is a little bit more checkered. You have more of like
because of the black guys.
She's lived more. You've lived more lives than he has, and you've also you're one of your biggest things here is I don't know. You get along with your family in this lifetime. The reason why I say is because you were always somebody that that was probably the smartest or the most with it, had the more wherewithal in your family. And I felt like in the past lives, you were somebody that was always going around and kind of cleaning up their mess or being responsible for them, that you didn't really get a chance to enjoy your own life the way that you should have.
Right.
So in this lifetime here, it's important for you to learn the biggest lesson of all is how you receive love, not how you give it, because that's something you can control. It's how you receive it that I don't want to bust all your secrets out, but tell me if this is wrong. But how you receive it and not interrupting that process or using your attitude or your smarts as a defense mechanism to keep you leveled, because you kind of a little bit with him. And again, call bullshit if you need to. A little bit with him. Sometimes if you're having too much of a good time or things are flowing too easily, you can put your mindset into being it's not mad, stronger. Does that make sense? To kind of keep it together. Does that make sense? Because you don't want anybody to know that you're having a good time, not because you're afraid of it, but because there's always that worry. What's going to come in here and knock it off? So I feel like in this lifetime for you, it's very important for you to kind of relax, for you to kind of get into your zone. I can't tell you who to be or how to act, but get into that zone and learn how to let go a little bit, because I feel like I'm going to say this over and over again. You're highly intuitive, and I think that's what fucks with you. I think that you live too much, and I had somebody tell me this before, and I fucking hated it. That you live too much in the psychic stuff.
Yeah.
That you go too much by your feelings. into you to be a little bit more practical and logical, because you're not stupid. And if you ever have to curb somebody, God willing, if that has to be the day, you can do it. But how about being good to yourself and enjoying what you have?
I do.
And take it in the butt.
And take it in the butt. Definitely take it in the butt.
You like that, Gabe?
No, it's true. Especially when I don't know if it was my past life, it might be just me younger. I did have to take care of my nephew and I had to take other responsibilities where I wasn't able to be a child.
But you've got so much self-control that I feel like sometimes that if you're not in the driver's seat or you're not running things, that I feel like you have a hard time being. Tell me, I'll sweeten this up. I feel like you have a hard time being happy sometimes or letting go. Not that you don't enjoy nice getaways and things like that, but it's always kind of like it's kind of like. I feel like sometimes when you're having these good times, it's always on the outside looking in. Sometimes, like you're looking at it happen, like you don't really believe it. Sometimes,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, fucking relax. I think again, tell me if I'm wrong. Fight me on this one, Filipina.
No, I will.
I think you need to. I think that what I'm telling you is something that you don't already know. But if I was to give you a reading and tell you like what's coming up, nothing negative. I think that you fucking need. I think you got it. I'm gonna leave it at that. And with Russell there, nothing negative with him too.
Track mind.
No.
Nothing with him.
I was more worried about like my career and everything that was
What do you do now?
Real estate.
I don't know how much longer you're gonna be in that.
Exactly.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's time for you to evolve. I think that I'm gonna be truthful here. I think that I know you guys come as a package deal, but this is a good time for you because he's kind of already doing his own thing. So it's time for you to reevaluate where you're at. And I feel like you've noticed that you're this big fish in a small pond. But when are you going to get up and get out of it? When are you going to go upstream to a river and then eventually to that ocean there? So I feel like the next 2 years, I'm going to give you 2 years, but I feel like it's going to happen. I feel like you're going to really start feeling these changes or things shaping up by fall of next year, not this year. So I don't know. I give you 2 years. That's a year from now. I give you 2 years before your life is different, before you figure out what's coming. I feel like there's going to be opportunities that come in. I'm going to say.
I'm trying to figure it out now.
What do you want to do?
That's where I'm trying to. I mean, I'm taking my broker's test and doing all that, and I wanted to get my firm, but I'm not.
Would you slap me if I told you that I feel like you're playing that safe?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I think you're playing it too safe. I think you're gonna. I'm just gonna say I think that you're better than that. I'm not saying anything against realtors or.
No, I get it.
I think that you've got too much. You've got too much creativity and too much up here to be bored behind a 9 to 5.
She's very smart.
Yeah. But you do what you want to do. And
Smart and quick.
We've made this connection, so if you ever need anything, you can always hit me up.
Gives you a discount.
I just want to listen to some Little Kim with her and smoke a joint. I don't know.
Oh, you gotta see when that song comes on. I'll play it. You're gonna see.
No, don't play it. Don't play it. No.
And then Russell, this is just for you. Last one here. Don't be afraid to speak up, especially when it comes to your worth.
I've been a little bit more assertive lately. After last year, all that happened, and then she kind of empowered me to be a little bit more.
What's going on
assertive and a little bit less, take a little bit less bullshit from people.
What's going on with the political route with you?
I'm not a political guy.
If it's not political, if it's not getting involved in government type stuff, this would be something to where it would be either you're gonna be speaking up a little bit more, speaking your mind as to what's going on with the world and society. But I don't feel like it's gonna be the poster boy for like family values or anything dumb like that. Right. I just feel like there's gonna be more of like I feel like he's gonna speak up more.
Oh, I'm definitely doing that in my new act, especially.
Yeah,
he does speak up.
This is going to be, but
I'm calling it all out now. I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah,
I've had to show him certain things to make him understand what's happening that he never really paid attention to because he's always out of town or working. But then when I brought stuff to his attention, he kind of was like,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, a lot of people may misunderstand that. They may think I'm missing things, but I catch everything.
Yeah.
It's what I choose to react to.
I would never insult you like that.
Yeah. No, but I really do.
Never insult
everything.
Like that.
I'm aware of everything around me.
Yep.
And it's what I choose to react to because I'm like, some of it the noise is more the noise of dealing with it is worse than actually dealing with it.
Yeah.
Like that, than just letting it lay dormant. I mean, a lot of times, like, you'll make a big deal out of something that there's no win in making a big deal out of certain things.
What did you say his signs were again?
Libra, Scorpio rising, Virgo moon.
September 29th.
I'm going to be truthful with you. I incorporate a lot of astrology into my readings, or only because it's something that people can go look up. It's not a psychic reading or a psychic vision that they have to wait to come in fruition. But those placements that maybe it's a Scorpio rising that's doing it for you, but that Libra, Virgo energy, that's somebody that's always kind of like in between boundaries. Doesn't know how to really assert, and it sounds like you're again. And I'm just watching you. This is probably the lifetime that people have a hard time with this. I'm just gonna put this. This is probably the lifetime that he evolves in. Does that make sense? To where it's all coming in your mind. It's all coming together. Where if you would have given it to an astrologer, they would have said something like, well, this person's going to have a hard time doing this and kind of limit you. I don't feel that. I feel like everything I'm telling you, even with the readings, you acknowledge, and you've either mastered it because you've mentioned something to him, or he thought of it on his own to change that direction from what he once thought to where he's at now.
Right.
And it's hard for people to do that.
Yeah, I had somebody talk to me recently about a situation happened, and then this person talked to me, and when I was asserting myself in the way that I do now, they're like, oh my God, you're so different now. What happened to you? And I go, what do you mean what happened to me? I'm sick of people bullshitting with me.
Good for you.
I said, I'm sick of people trying to take advantage of everything. That's not who you were. I go, that is who I was, but I just was letting you get away with it. Now I'm not fucking letting it happen anymore.
You see what I'm saying? Remember what I told you, that people can't let you evolve because they think of you in a certain way. And goddamn it.
And then they demonize you when you do accelerate, when you go past what.
How can somebody tell you who you are?
Oh yeah, well, that's what I say. They don't tell you who they are. They tell you who they want you to be.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, it's good for you that you're doing that.
And then people will go, he's become this or he's becoming that. And you're like, no, I'm just not letting you get away with your bullshit. So don't put your bullshit as my problem.
All my soft spots got jaded in the right ways. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this is where I don't follow traditional astrology sometimes, because it can kind of put you in a hole sometimes.
Yeah.
And with somebody like him,
there is a hole I do want to be put in. And
it's in that butt.
It always comes back to that. Take it in the butt.
In the butt. Or whatever.
Had to steer it right back there.
Yeah, he always brings it back to that. I love that about him.
He's infatuated with that area right now.
I know.
Because I know it bothers her, so it's more like... I just want her to say yes, then I'm going to go, nah, I'm good.
So I'm just going to have to live with this for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
It's a good fantasy, isn't it?
It's a good one.
She's going to get it. I mean, but...
you can always tell him your stomach's been hurting.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, this won't hurt your
He
stomach.
won't care. He'll be like, I'll help it come out.
We'll get this all out. Yeah. Put the rubber
We have a
sheets on the bed.
Japanese toilet. It's okay.
You know when you're writing a sentence and you don't want to end it, but you want to continue, you need a semicolon? Well, I'm going to sort of get in your colon. Anyway, this next guy, you're going to love him, ladies and gentlemen. This was fun,
Do
huh,
you look at
Chris?
your butt in the mirror?
My butt? No.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to. My butt's disgusting.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's gross.
No, it's not.
It is awful. I look at my butt and I go, that's fucking gross.
No, it's not.
I look at her butt and go, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Little tiny little butt.
He'd make a horrible Gabe out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
My butt's good. But
Yeah, mine's
I
no
saw when
good.
you got up. I thought
Yeah,
I think
no,
so
it's-
too.
it's got a
Yeah.
little-
He's got a smooth ass,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I had a girl one time tell me, you have a nice ass. I wish I had an ass like you. I said, really? I was like, well, compliment.
Did you go like this?
No. I
Arch
just
your
said,
back a little bit?
I mean, you know,
Yeah, mine
everybody
no.
has something.
Yeah, no, mine's no good.
You know, I can't, you know.
His is good. They're like baby congas.
No.
He has other attributes. Don't worry about asses and everything.
Yeah, my attributes aren't physical.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm internally beautiful. Good times.
Everything that's good about me is on the inside.
Yeah.
And outside.
Yeah.
Everything that's good about me is going to be on her inside.
I love it.
I think there's an
I'm
underlying
gonna get you a
theme.
vacation for your wedding gift. Yeah.
I should talk with my wife about stuff like that. Don't get fancy.
Don't get
I hate that. What does that mean? Don't get fancy.
You know.
Got his son sitting right here too, talking shit.
No, we should definitely talk more
He
shit to
always
make him
does.
uncomfortable. Hey, Nick, your parents did it this morning. Listen, oh, you heard
No, you
about
didn't hear
it?
anything.
I didn't hear the act. I heard from Witness.
Who? Apollonia? Oh my God! You know what? Didn't see a thing. You're supposed to knock. The door was shut. She goes, "You didn't lock it."
Who's Apollonia, your daughter?
She's my daughter.
How old is she?
She's 24.
Oh, wow.
She's a beautiful baby.
So cute.
Yeah, he's really beautiful.
Just these two? Apollonia and Nick?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I have Santino too,
You have another daughter.
and I have a daughter too from my first marriage.
Let's not negate the other daughter.
37. No, I don't negate her. But just
No, he was asking if it was just with Lisa.
Oh, well, Lisa.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
kid when I was like 23, really young dad. You
And
know.
where'd you get Apollonia from? From the singer?
No, The Godfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
All
the
my
grandson is
children come from
Santino.
Santino.
Okay,
My brother
okay.
goes, "Are you going to take every name from the movie?" Like, not every name, just a couple.
You're going to kill me. Out of all the gangster movies, the Godfather series is the one that I have not seen.
Well, don't
Well,
feel
then-
bad, Chris. I only just watched it 3.5, 4 years ago.
Fuck. Okay,
For
good.
the first
I'm
time.
not late to the game.
And everybody was like,
To
"You got
watch
to
it.
watch it." You
Yeah.
was in The
Yeah.
Godfather, and I was like,
Yeah.
And then in my head, because here's how I was selling it to myself, I go, "It's from the '70s. How good's it gonna fucking be?" Because we had Casino, we had Goodfellas, and Donnie Brasco. We had all these great movies.
How good is it
And then I
gonna be?
watched it. I go, "This is a fucking great movie." 1 and 2. Number 3,
No, don't include that.
So
But,
1 and 2 then.
1 and 2
no, you have
for
to watch
sure.
the first movie and
Okay.
then watch the second movie.
Okay.
It's two
Yeah, you'll
year-
enjoy it. I didn't think I would. I watched it on a flight because I knew that was the only time I could watch it without getting interrupted, and it happened to be on the plane. It was like a sign. It was
It's
like, you better
almost like
watch
a
it now.
perfect movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's almost like a perfect. It's flawless, and I mean, those other movies are good, but The Godfather is a classic, like Shakespearean, because it's about like a family,
Yeah.
you know, and they're not like really that mookish, you know, like Goodfellas. They capture those kind of mooky guys, the guys that are like street, but this was like more classical.
More structured, more.
Yeah. And I saw it as a kid. I mean, the 70s is some of the greatest movies ever. Ever. You can go down the line in the 70s.
Yeah.
And it's like The French Connection, Taxi Driver, Rocky. You can go on and on. Mean Street,
Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, which is a great movie, by the way. It's like a great movie.
I got to check that out.
You ever saw
You need
Saturday
to
Night
watch The
Fever?
Godfather.
Saturday Night Fever, yeah.
Oh, it's great.
The Godfather, no. But Casino, Goodfellas.
Oh, yeah, Godfather's
Scarface.
great. I was like, wow, I can't believe I never fucking watched this.
Yeah.
Because I think when I was younger, that it was already old at that time.
That's the same.
yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Like people go, "You gotta watch Casablanca." I'm like, why? I don't want to fucking see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, Gone with the Wind. I don't want to fucking see that either. I don't think the acting was good back then.
In what?
Back in the 30s and 40s.
Oh, yes, it was.
I don't think it was. It was
No,
always,
no, you're-
say,
No, you're wrong.
what are you doing over here? Who told you to be here, you punk? I'm
Why
like,
did everybody have a New York accent back then?
everybody talked like that.
Yeah, everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
they talked fast back then. They talked quick.
And they always talk
But-
like they were mad.
But come on, James Cagney was great. Humphrey Bogart was great. I mean, these guys, Edward G. Robinson, who was on another level as an actor. Russell, I mean, he's entitled to it, but no, they were.
Like they don't draw me in those movies.
Because
So
you're not a fan of it. That's why.
Yeah, well, no. I mean, for me, it's just like, man, it doesn't do anything for me.
John Garfield was great. Body and Soul. Did you ever see that movie?
Nope.
You should see it. Give it another look.
What year was Body and Soul?
Probably in the 30s.
Like the old movies that I watch are like Marx Brothers. Do you know what I mean? Like to me, the Marx Brothers are so ahead of their time. Like you watch movies from the Marx Brothers from the 40s or like Duck Soup or something, and you're like, that shit is fucking hilarious.
I think Lucy is as old as it gets for me. I love Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the old sitcoms like Honeymooners, Lucy,
My Honeymooners is incredible.
you know, My Three Sons, all that kind of shit I
Yeah.
could get into. Leave It to Beaver. But old, like dramatic movies, I was like,
But
No.
Ralph Cramden, I mean, Jackie Gleason was like not only a comic, he was like a fucking incredible actor.
These people were ahead of their time
Yeah.
back then. Yeah.
He was
to
incredible.
me, Groucho Marx was so incredible. Like, just so, I think that's why I'm fast, because I'd watch guys like him and see how
Did you like
fast.
the 50s? Did you like Paul Newman? Or
Some of it,
60s?
not a lot of it.
did you like Steve McQueen?
I never actually watched the Steve McQueen movie, so I can't say yes or no.
Watch it. He was a minimalist. He didn't like to talk a lot. Put the camera on him. He was like David Caruso, who I worked with, was like he's kind of like that. Like he wanted to be like Steve McQueen. Not say a lot, but
I feel if I do want to be a better actor, I should study the greats
you should.
to be aware of the options you can
Greatest actor ever. You should watch, which was Marlon Brando.
That's what they say?
He is the greatest actor. because all the great ones were influenced by.
Do you want to hear something that's going to drive you nuts?
What?
The first movie I saw with Marlon Brando was Superman.
Oh God, that's sad.
Oh, that's right. That's
so
right.
sad.
That's right.
Like that's how bad it is for me.
That's so
I think
sad.
that's probably the only
first
movie
Marlon
that
Brando
I've
movie I
seen
saw
him
was
in.
Superman.
Is Superman, yeah.
Yeah, he was Jor-El.
You know, the studio didn't even want Brando for The Godfather. They didn't want him. And Coppola fought for him. And then when he did the screen test, he put that stuff.
The cotton in his mouth.
Yeah, in his jaw. Because they thought he was a problem and he was troubled. And then, you know, he got him. I mean, obviously, he blew everybody away. And then all those actors, no one knew how great they were. They were probably all in awe of Brando. You know, Duvall, young Robert Duvall, Al Pacino, who they didn't want also. Francis Ford Coppola fought for him.
I think Duvall's a great actor.
He's great. I'll tell you, as great as De Niro, as great as Pacino is, Robert Duvall is as great as them, if not even. I mean, I don't want to say better.
Harvey Keitel too.
He's good.
Yeah.
But I'll put him a little below Duvall.
Right.
And Pacino and De Niro.
Yeah, Duvall's got that ability to
He's
do
insanely
something.
great.
He does a lot of little things.
Yeah. And even in that movie, he doesn't have a flashy character.
Yeah.
But you can't take your eyes off him. And you can't realize like what he brings to the screen.
Wait, Robert Duvall, the one from Colors, right?
Yeah.
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 He
But
was
he-
great in Colors.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he's great in that. You ever see him in Apocalypse Now?
Yeah.
He's off the wall.
Yeah.
He's off the wall.
I never saw Apocalypse.
Oh,
Now.
that's a great film.
that is.
Those kind of movies you should see on a big screen.
See, because for me it was always like I don't want to see any more war
sorry.
movies. You know, I don't like fucking war movies. They annoy me. All the noise and I'm like I don't.
That's not just a war movie.
No, but for me that's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
I avoid certain movies. I'm like I don't like that much sound happening at me.
See, I want him to watch more movies because it'll help him with his acting.
Yeah.
Because I think if you could watch good acting, you could go to school. You could learn from watching good actors.
I
That's what
think DiCaprio is the best of our generation.
He's one of the best today.
For
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Matt Damon.
He's really good. He got better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got better and better, that guy.
Yeah, they figured it out.
You know. Brad Pitt he's a good actor.
Brad Pitt's a good fucking
He's a
actor.
good actor too. They made him like a movie star, but he's actually to me he's really a character actor.
He is.
More than I know he's good looking and everything. I heard he doesn't wash that much, but I heard that's another story.
I don't know.
You gotta
about
have
his-
deodorant.
I don't know about his
You gotta
hygiene.
bathe. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but
People
here's the thing: when you're
No, I hear
pretty,
some of these movie
you
stars
can get
don't-
away with a little stink.
Yeah,
if you look
but
like
no,
me
no,
and you
but
stink,
you
you
don't
fucking
think it's
ugly and
cute.
stinky.
No, it ain't cute.
Yeah.
You gotta wear deodorant or something, please. Yeah, but he's kind of weird. We saw him at the fight. I'm not in love with him. He's just creepy to me.
Nick has a crush on him. So
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
different.
You like him because he's good.
You know, he's a good actor. Your fucking father, you sack of shit.
That's right.
You sit down and you think about what you're
He never
thinking
made
about.
me cry. He never moved me. You got to move me and make me
Oh, and
laugh.
Johnny Depp's a fantastic
And make
actor.
me
Oh,
laugh.
sure, yeah.
Johnny
For
Depp is
sure.
great. He's really great in
The
that
Gemini.
with that creepy Whitey Bulger. He's
Oh, yeah.
really creepy in that. It took me a while to get him, and now I do get how.
Adam Driver, I don't understand. I know you worked with him.
I worked with him. He's good. Yeah, he's good.
Did you see Black Klansman?
He's a good actor.
Oh, he was in that.
Yeah, he worked one scene with me. He was impressed. He goes, "Do we have more?" I said, "No, that's it." So he told Spike, he said, "This he brings it." Spike goes, "Oh yeah." I wish I would have had a little more with him.
So
But
my favorite things to say to him is his line from Black Klansman.
I gotta check
Hey,
that
that's
out.
the fucking guy that threw me in jail.
because they put me with all these like white
He was supposed to be part of the Klan, but look at him.
play KK, and I was like a bomb guy. But I played it straight. I didn't play it as street as he plays it. But I thought it was
it's
kind
not
of
funny if I
interesting.
do it the right way.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta
I don't
check
take
it
offense
out.
to it. I don't think it's a good movie.
It won an Academy Award.
Yeah. I should have went to Cannes. My son is still mad about why I didn't. I was gonna go.
You were invited and you didn't go?
Yeah, I was invited to go.
son
I'm
of a
stupid.
bitch, how
I could have
dare
walked
you.
that carpet. Now I don't know if I'll get another chance.
Yeah.
Got to be in a good movie to go there. It's all right.
Well, you're not dead yet.
I'm not
so-
dead yet.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Gotta check all
Watch
this
The
shit out.
Godfather.
I was gonna
You
say
gotta
that
watch
right
The
now.
Godfather.
Black Klansman?
Black Klansman.
Yeah.
And then The Godfather, one and two. Fuck
One and
three.
two, not three.
Okay.
No.
Three's
that's
completely
garbage.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
You're not even like,
Yeah.
you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where they made that. Well, probably for money.
It was money. And then they wanted to put Al Pacino and De Niro back in the movie. And I didn't even get De Niro for it. They said Al Pacino.
No, because De Niro was the
Dead.
young Don
Yeah.
Corleone. Yeah.
This was great, guys.
Yeah, I enjoyed
I had
this.
fun.
Thanks, Chris Medina.
Thank you for taking a chance
Thanks
on
for the
unknown.
cigar. It was
Oh,
fantastic.
you're welcome. I'm glad. Not to go
Thanks.
back there and yell at him now.
Yeah, no, yeah, you don't have to yell at him. He's
Yeah.
good. I know the store you went to, too, so it's a good store. They got a
Which
lot
one?
of good stuff in there. Fat Stogies.
Oh, that's my store.
Yeah.
Good Fat Stogie?
Matter of fact, that's where I
Yeah.
bought this cutter right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have one on the counter there when you.
So I should. Do they know you there?
They don't. I mean, they like when I went there last time, I was buying a bunch of stuff and I bought that. Some guy in there smoking guts up. And he's like, "Hey, can I take a picture with you?" Yeah, sure. Take a picture. And as I'm paying, goes, "Why did that guy want a picture with you?" I go, "I don't know. Why don't you ask him?" You know, I don't know why he wanted a picture.
Almost name drop, but I was like, nah, fuck
He
it. I'm
would have
just gonna
known. He
hold
was like,
off.
"I
Yeah.
don't know. It's your full price." Don't
I said,
worry.
all I want to do is impress this fucker. That's it. So
know, it was great.
Thank you.
You impressed me with being a wonderful human, Chris,
Thank you. I
See?
appreciate that.
despite your torrid, checkered past.
Exactly. Yeah. Despite being a fucking psychic.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Just
That's a good thing.
me. I'd like to thank Nick Turturro for stopping by and hanging out with us again. And then the love of my life, the woman of my dreams, my life partner, my little Allie Peters. I love you, baby.
Love you back.
He does have a good voice, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
And let's not forget White Claw Gabe, who sat in for a minute.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a big old rager for Gabe in November when he turns the big 5-0. Yeah. By rager, I don't mean a giant erection. I mean, we're going to have a big party. I don't want you to misunderstand, Gabe. I want to thank Eddie for, I don't know, fuck it, don't thank Eddie.
Dropping his water bottle.
For his floating water bottle. I want to thank your manager, Me Dang, for being here. Nick was here too.
Yeah.
Dropped in for a minute.
My fellow Taurus, my Taurus brother, actually,
That's right.
the 25th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taurus and
Nice.
Clitoris, both of them. And then Paulie came back. My manager, Paulie, left and came back. Where'd you go, Paulie?
Other meeting.
So Paulie, here's a quick thing before we go. Paulie, he gets excited and then trips over his words. He doesn't really stutter, but he trips over his words because he tries to get out
Everything.
Like say you're trying
His
to get out
mind is
4
faster than
words,
his mouth.
he'll have
Yeah.
try to get out 15 words at the same time, and they'd be like, "Think about It's like literally, I picture it as words falling down the stairs.
But we always understand what he's saying.
Exactly, yeah.
And then obviously our
It takes like 2 seconds. He's like, yeah.
and then always our producer Courtney, aka Herbert Avor, for being here today. And she dressed like a girl today. Very nice one.
Very beautiful
Well
woman
played,
at that.
Courtney.
Yeah, very beautiful.
Yeah. And that's this episode of Culturally Cancelled with myself, Roussel Petars. Thanks, guys.